Wow. Okay. What is that?
This is a little parrot that the wonderful creator that made Chunkapillar made for Halloween because it was pirate themed at our store. And I was like, I must have it.
Huh?
So just showing off something stupid and cute.
It's so adorable.
We're missing the combat cam.
We are missing the combat cam. We forgot to add that in. And guess, look what's on my head.
Can't really see it.
Can't see it? Oh crap. What about now? Oh, I don't want to. There we go. Oh, is that it?
What is it?
That was the greatest reveal ever. Just
You couldn't see it. It was too tiny, huh? All right. Well, here I'll let her show you while I add in the combat cam.
hey,
I'm looking at the
100%.
screen. I'm like, why are there only 3? Then I looked over. I was like, oh crap.
Aries, 100%. I will bring the. Why that many? Why do we have that many being shown right now?
That was on Stormy's head.
Yeah, I know, but that many brings up memories.
Oh, I thought you were saying that many, M-E-N-Y. You're saying that many. Yes.
Yes.
Why that one? I don't know.
Aries, 100%. I will bring out this burb for Sea of Thieves tomorrow, because this one won't be as noisy as the real one.
Ooh, that bird is gonna thieve the seas with you?
Yeah. Our bird does not like the pirate burb.
No. I was gonna ask how Bunny feels about that.
You know that have you heard that meme where it's you triggered my fight or flight response and I am a flightless bird?
Mm-hmm.
Is very accurate.
Oh wow.
Immediate throw hands on sight. Or wings.
Look, I haven't even cleaned up the map yet there, Aries. We saw what you said there. You said, geez, I would have given anything to have seen Miss Ray lose her last HP and be just the OP NPC Rylar carrying the team to victory. That almost happened. It was so close. Yeah. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Aries, did you see me turn an enemy into a bunny?
Yes. Look, it's still there.
Bunny's still there.
Hi, Chris.
What's up, Mr. Nihilus?
I feel like I now need to get a proper parrot to match this parrot for Sea of Thieves and not have Chunk or Kitty.
Yeah.
Because now I have a real life one. For once, it's the other way around. An in-game purchase
yes,
is
I want
spurred
to
by
pet the bunny.
a real-world purchase.
Right. Well, Rylar did that for you when he picked him up off the ground.
Big bunny pet. Freaking slick. Yes. Oh.
Yeah, the last session was Fern's first time going unconscious.
And Lorkris has no idea.
Lorkris doesn't know.
Yeah,
that's true. He never saw her go down.
Did he see me go down?
Yeah. I
Yes.
honestly think, even though we didn't roleplay it, I think he sensed that she went down because of how things played out on the battlefield and hearing the sounds, the sounds of battle and everything, and seeing the enemy move on and move around. He'd be tactically aware. I think he suspects, and so it'll be interesting for you guys to roleplay. We're gonna start off exactly. We're gonna. I won't explain it now, but we're gonna end up breaking a rule tonight. But it'll be okay. So, but yeah, we're gonna roleplay, starting off exactly where we stopped. Since we'd gone so long last week that we decided to, go ahead and quit immediately when the battle was done.
Totally a cheat too, that amulet or whatever that keeps you from death roll saves, hacks, LOL. And Druid's like, it was a gift from the DM. Cannot argue with the DM. Aries is like, DM is a cheater.
It wasn't from the DM, it was from an elf lord.
Elf Lord / DM NPC.
Yeah, we saved her and made her like happy and stuff, you know.
Alright, so
To do this
I guess I better do introductions and then I'm gonna make myself some
Nobody
coffee.
can hear you because you're not wearing your mic.
Oh yeah, no one can hear me because I'm not wearing my mic because we had to charge. I was extra foolish today. I forgot to charge our mics, so.
All DMs cheat. The best ones just don't let you know.
What?
Yeah. I mean, there are some DMs that there's some game sessions where it's really all about sort of the like there's survivalist style ones, and I've always wanted to get into a small campaign that's like that, right? Where it's true survivalist, where it's almost like you're playing in a sandbox computer RPG, right? One of those ones there where there's really no backstory or plot. Because if you think about it, in real life, there's no real plot, right? Your plot is only occurs after you do things. Your plot is when you look back on your past timeline. And so, really, in real life, we just make our way through the world. Mm-hmm. So it'd be interesting to create a sandbox kind of D&D session where, yeah, characters can die and there's no big overarching plot. They just take on challenges and try and, you know, but it's a different kind of experience, right? Because if it's not narrative driven, then it's easy to, like we've actually done it before. We used to do, what did we call that when we had a party member who couldn't play? And we did a little.
Are you talking about our alt campaign?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, alt campaign. That's what it. What we used to do with our other group, we had something called an alt campaign, and the alt campaign was effectively I had them make characters for literally an alternate campaign, and those characters. So if a certain party member couldn't make it, right? A certain player couldn't make it. Then I would NPC the person who couldn't make it that week, right? So we could always play, you know, obviously, and then the main play, you know, the players wouldn't feel left out of the actual session, right? And the alt campaign, I would just use modules or just make up stuff on the fly, and there was no overarching story. And so, yeah. Oh, hey! Did the team heal Miss Fern's singes from that epic airball fireball attack? Yeah.
Level 5, Warbard angry, yeah.
Yeah.
I was super angry.
Warbard Angie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yes, he pissed me off so much I turned him into a damn bunny.
And then you all could have grabbed the bunny. Mean. Now I'm gonna make my coffee.
All right.
I'll be right back. So anyway, I guess where was I going with all that? I was gonna say something, and I got off on a tangent. Yeah, we'll do introductions real quick, and then I'll go make my coffee. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stormkeep. I'm StormyD, Storm Saga Games, and we have an amazing crew of D&D players here. I'm your DM and host. And I play all the NPCs and monsters, and the main NPC, Rylar the Suffrigant. And over there with the ears and the awesome green hair, we have, please introduce yourself and your character. And then point at the next person that you want to introduce themselves, as long as it's not me, because I'm getting my coffee.
I am Druid IRL. And I play Fern, who's a Circle of Spores druid. And she is a wood elf. And this is Chonkapillar. All hail Chonkapillar.
Chonkapillar,
All hail Chonkapillar.
real party leader right there.
Yeah.
I feel like
Chonkapillar and Philip.
I feel like Chonkapillar not has been forgotten, but we haven't had many RP moments with Chonkapillar as of late. Just saying.
Well, at least I still remember that I have a Chonkapillar.
That is true.
I never forget.
I totally missed it. Got you busting up laughing. What? I totally missed it. What she busting up?
Dagoth, that's awesome.
Dagoth said, S.O. Chonkapiller. Shout out to Chonkapiller. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it.
And Miss StarkItty, who are you?
Me?
Introduce yourself.
Me?
So Chris is asking, can we watch the Gamers movie on YouTube together? Should be also pretty short, like half an hour or so. I mean, I will check it out, dude. I don't know the movie, but I don't see why we couldn't. It could be kind of fun.
We'll have to arrange a time on Discord.
Yes, definitely. It'd have to be a Discord thing.
Drop it in Discord, Chris, as a reminder. That way we can schedule.
Yeah, we'll schedule it. Since you requested it. The short movie about D&D party. Awesome. Aries says, imagine what the captain thinks. Almost succeeds dropping the party, gets scared and runs from a tiny half-elf, then heals up just to get the funny urge to eat some carrots. That's true. That's exactly what happened.
Yup. Oh, okay, so intros, my turn. Hi everybody, I am itsStarkitty. I play Emillynn Ray, a half-elf bard. She is a bard, College of the Battle Singer bard. Up here, hovering around my ears and head, is Philip.
I block the sound of this thing.
Well, you were hovering around here as I was describing Philip, and then I pointed at you. Philip, as we know, is actually one of the party leaders, like with Chonkapiller. He just tells me what to do.
Photobomb. DM photobomb.
So, yes, I am the de facto party leader. And, yeah, Philip did freak out last week. I come back to life, and there's Philip right in my face going, get the, it's like, get up now.
Get the F up.
Yeah, he's cursing at me. No sleeping on the job. Yeah.
Wake up, samurai.
We've got a city to burn. Yes.
De facto party leader and best bard, yes.
All right,
So-
who's getting pointed at now? Only one person left, I think.
Well, see, that's the hard part. I can't, if I point at them, it's like,
yeah. Oh. Yeah, you have any idea how many times I'm like, oh yeah, it's StarkItty. Oh, no, you're right that way. Yeah, there we go. Because like, when I look at you, you are on my right-hand side.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I can point that way, but it's like,
Yep, it's
is it gonna be fate or is it Druid that I'm pointing at?
very fair. Speaking of
on that,
what? You've got a little something there. Thank you.
Pomegranates are yummy.
Mmm.
Pomegranates are
You know-
yummy.
You know what else is yummy?
Granted.
Death.
Probably not.
Coffee.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I am extirpatefate. I am playing Lorkris, the big tall, the big short Goliath, who is a Oathbreaker Paladin of Melora and Path of the Grave Cleric of Weejas. The resident, quiet one. Just, is thrilled to be in the mines right now.
True. Hope you all kept a long list of all them enemies you just spelled. It's gonna be a monster report. Easily 15 volumes this time.
Yeah.
Along with Fern's lovely drawings.
Yeah. Ares, 100% short Goliath that loves to go down underground.
Yeah. It is usually when you were underground, though.
Yeah,
You get dropped the most.
exactly. Underground or just like I'm underneath something. Whether it be a cave, which isn't quite underground, but like it wasn't out in the open. All but the first time, yeah, there was one time I went down, it was out I think that was with the No, not the Shambling Mound. That was very early on, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the first time, but I remember that you did go down in a fight at, let me look at the map again here.
I think it was Rheingold Colony.
Yeah, no, not Rheingold Colony, I think.
No?
I think, it was for sure when you went down at, still can't read it.
Nova Crux.
Yeah, Nova Crux. When you guys fought against the first Hobgoblin boss. Hobgoblin.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That was actually pre-stream.
Pre-stream.
It did not happen on stream, yeah.
If this is Overwatch, I can guarantee the tank Lorkris would be on mic calling the supporters trash for lack of heals. No, it would actually be the other way around, where all the healers talk trash about Lorkris because he doesn't know how to tank properly in Overwatch. Because Lorkris doesn't play Overwatch because there's no electricity in this world. No, but for real, Aries, I sucked at Overwatch. I'll give you like 2 or 3 good guesses at the character I attempted to main. I'll let you have that. Anyway.
Yeah, he's right. Hope the next time you guys are back in Misty City, you'll invest in some healing potions.
So since there's no electricity in this world, if healers were to talk to each other and about, the trashy tank, they'd be rapidly messaging each other back and forth because it's a cantrip.
Yes.
Har. Well said. So,
Message.
we should get back into this one. Hello again, everybody. So, let's do a recap then. Last week was the longest combat we've ever had, I think. 5 hours of. Well, technically speaking, we didn't get it started till probably 7, I would say. And
there was a Rylar intro to Ares.
Yeah, Rylar was the first one.
No Rylar intro. Oh, yeah, no, he's saying that no Rylar
like
intro.
What we remembered.
Oh yeah, I introduced myself. I think what he's thinking about is
recap.
Recap. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So right now I'm going to recap what happened, and then we'll all do our individual recaps. What is that you're eating? It looks yummy.
Pomegranate.
Oh, okay.
That's what she's been talking about.
Oh, well, but I was over there making coffee. My bad. I missed it. It looks good. What's funny is, until you showed me what was in the bowl from over here, I thought you were eating a Cinnabon.
Hello, Roll-a-Bandier. Welcome.
Well, hello to you too. Welcome to the channel. First time chatter, we appreciate you. Tonight, obviously we're getting started.
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Arigato gozaimasu for the follow. So
hopefully I pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah. Hopefully you got to see the intros to all of us, the characters and such. Yeah, we're gonna go with the awesome. So, what we're gonna do next is recap briefly what happened last week.
Ari, thank you for the gifted sub.
Oh wow, yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so recap now. No more interruptions, and we'll thank people right after the recap. So, the party members had made their way through the secret tunnel they had found. And on the other side, using Rylar's super secret see-through vision sauce, they were able to see that there was a plethora of humanoid creatures on the other side. Goblinoid, hobgoblinoid, bugbears, even some gnolls. Now, before they opened it and went through, they didn't realize just how much was there, though, because his vision is limited in its range when he's looking through walls. And so, you guys stumble upon the stream. I have high expectations because of the elf ears. Yes, those look awesome. Well, we shall endeavor to meet your expectations and exceed them.
You should have seen her last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. She had her spooky eyeballs too. She gets this implant done every once in a while because we live in this cybernetic world. It's not really. I think it's called laser eye surgery? No, that's not it. Seriously though, back to recap. I know I'm the one who interrupted.
Glaucoma.
My own It kind of does look like that, doesn't it? All right. So just to Revandir, if you end up liking the stream, our D&D session, and want to see more of it, we're on episode 31 tonight. And all of my previous episodes are on my YouTube channel. Which Dagoth or Mod, if you can get around to sharing our YouTube channel with them, that would be awesome. If it's something you want to check out. So,
look at that, Dagoth got you.
Yeah. But
No pressure though.
yeah, no worries, exactly. We try to always we're just super inclusive and not pressury. We're here to have fun and brighten people's day and encourage. I like to encourage, enlighten, and entertain. Not necessarily in that order. But so back to the recap. The party members have made their way through the secret tunnel. They're on a specific mission, a very important mission for the Merchant Guild Association. And in this mission, this is actually mission 2 in the Goldothian mines, which have been overrun by effectively an army of humanoid monsters of various types. They've taken on giants and trolls and dire trolls and lots of different goblinoids and hobgoblinoids and now some gnolls and a variety of creatures. And they found a secret tunnel, which is actually their mission. This particular mission is they are tasked with 2 primary things. To explore, let me show you the tunnels real quick. To explore the tunnels beyond Sector E, or Echo, over to Sector K, down through Sector H, and come back to Sector A via Sector D. And right now, all the red areas are controlled by the enemy humanoids. The green/brown areas are no man's land demilitarized zones, effectively stalemate zones. And then the blue areas are obviously controlled by the MGA, Merchant Guild Association. And but the strange thing is the MGA's elite adventurers and troops have been waylaid several times from behind, and they haven't been able to figure out how or why. They suspect that there's some sort of secret tunnel, secret tunnel system that's open up that they're using to basically flank and get behind them from time to time. And turns out these guys are the only ones who can really figure it out. Just to understand the scale of this map, each hex square is 1 mile. So these are huge tunnels. Now the little sections are not to scale, just to clarify. They're designed to showcase the map, but the tunnels are somewhat to scale. And so that's why it's been hard for the MGA to locate any of these secret tunnels, and haven't done so until this team came along. Because for a regular kind of mage to be able to know which wall to detect magic on, it's just not really feasible. They don't have the time or the manpower to do something like that, right? Because the spell detect magic only lasts for a certain period of time. And so they don't really know which section to check first. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. And so they don't know which section to check first. But one of these party members, the NPC Rylar the Suffrigant, who believes he's a cleric of goo. Really, he's a warlock of the Great Old One. And he has a special ability that lets him see magic at will. Thank you. And so Rylar can see magic at will. And so because he has this special ability, this team has been tasked with wandering through all the tunnels, exploring that section to find any hidden illusionary walls. And sure enough, they did that. And let me actually go back to that real quick, because I was going to point out that the team members in that, if you look just beyond Sector E over in the right-hand corner, there's a tunnel that goes up north towards Sector K and then veers to the left into Sector K. But then there's this also little offshoot. So the party members found a secret entrance, a secret door, a magical secret door at the end of that under a waterfall. And that tunnel led basically 1.5 miles into Sector K from behind. And that's what I was cleaning up before on the playmat. And turns out that was a special sector for the humanoid monsters. It was where their leadership happened to be congregating for a special meeting. So the party members had previously, the team's previous mission, they had taken out a horde of giants and a dire troll over on the left side of the map. And this kind of threw the humanoids into disarray, but it basically, the humanoid leadership, the elites, were at that Sector K planning a special surprise sneak attack. And these guys made it through the secret tunnel and happened to stumble upon this meeting at just the right time and overheard them talking in the tent. And so they were basically faced with a choice. Their task was to, one, scout out the areas all the way around, find the secret tunnels. That's task number one. Number two is try and draw out a secret enemy. Yep, you sure were. Try and draw out a secret enemy. And this secret enemy is somebody that the team has faced before. An ogre mage that happens to be leading a crack team of guerrilla war monsters. Guerrilla warfare. Not that they're guerrillas, but they use guerrilla warfare tactics. And so they're trying to draw them out, hopefully defeat them, at least draw them out, get more info on them at the very least. But our team, they want to take this guy out. They want to get their, I wouldn't call it revenge, just justice, right? And so that's the two primary, parts of their mission. Well, they only were supposed to scout out Sector K, technically speaking. They didn't even have to go down it. They were kind of suggested to kind of avoid it. But because they came in behind it, and got the jump on them at the right time, they could have backed out and no one would have seen them, because the Druid over here is using a special spell that allows the team to be super sneaky. And
could we have backed out though?
What was that? What was that, Fate?
Could we have backed out though? There was that one little goblin that was just doing that.
Well, okay, but you guys had already made the decision to attack at that point.
Okay. Just.
Right. You could have actually not even bothered to go in and listen on their meeting. You could have just backed out, true. Which is what you were thinking about doing. Remember?
Yeah.
And you're right though, but once you guys as players had made the decision that you were gonna try and sneak attack these guys, dare I say, the threads of fate unwove before you.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And so anyway, they were planning this secret assault on the meeting while the meeting was still happening, but they happened to be a goblin that happened to come pee on a wall near them saw them and alerted everybody, and so they had to fight hard against 4 bugbear bosses. Basically, they're like, I forget what kind of bugbear they were. Oh, you wrote them all down.
No, I didn't. I need to.
Oh, seriously?
That way we get paid for it.
Yeah, because these guys are worth more than your standard bugbear. So there were 3 goblin captains. There were 4 bugbear. What is CH? Not champion. Chiefs. Bugbear chiefs. And 3 Knoll PL. What the heck is PL? My own notes. God. Terrible DM. Terrible. All right. Pack Lord. 3 Knoll Pack Lords and 1 Hobgoblin Warlord. And there actually happened to be like a dozen goblins and a goblin boss, but you guys took them out like that. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, we'll kind of rephrase that. Emillynn blew it out of the water, or blew it out of the park, 100% with those goblins.
Yeah, 1 fireball was enough to take all those goblins down.
Done.
Yeah, she just goes, snap. Fireball.
Yes.
Yes.
8d6.
Yes. So, all right. Now, where were we?
What did everybody remember from last time?
Well, before we get there, though, so you guys fought during the fight. It was the hardest fight that the party has faced throughout their adventures. Every party member except Fern has gone unconscious at one point or another. Well, no, I guess you haven't.
I got close.
There was one time you were down to 1 hit point.
Yeah.
You almost went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dropped me like a whole lot as far as like, yeah, I'm invincible. No, I'm not. Oh my God, I almost died.
But in this fight, Fern, for the first time, goes down hard. And she was out of the fight for several rounds. And then big boss Lorkris, he also went down. And then luckily, just before you went down, you popped him back up, or somebody did. And
it was this weird trio of like Starkitty, Druid, and myself, because like Fern was down, and then Lorkris went down.
Yeah.
And then
I go get back up, Lorkris.
Starkitty got you back up, and then she got Fern back up, and then she went down.
Yeah, right. And then it just.
And in the past, Rylar has gone down once, but he didn't go down on this one.
No, because he's a goat.
Yeah.
Well, in this instance, you really can't call him a goat because he did the least amount of damage of all of you guys, and he started off the fight by running the freak around the camp.
Which in a way actually proved to be
useful,
like very useful, because in the event if we all had gone down, it would have given him an opportunity to try to do something.
That's true.
Versus us all being grouped together and being.
You make a valid point, sir. All right. Oh, and just one more clarification for the new person. Rylar, being an NPC, like I said, he believes he's a cleric of goo. That's what he calls him. Technically, he's actually a warlock of the Great Old One, or a Great Old One, and he calls him, goo. And the thing is he's super charismatic and ultra wise, but he's kind of about as bright as a bag of hammers. He's not he's not the smartest of fellows, but yes, everybody loves him.
Daddy Dagoth hitting on the head. Rylar is a great character, but a bit of a goober.
He's he is like he's like a Forrest Gump.
I have not heard that term in a long time.
Goober. See, I see what you did there. Goober.
Everybody wants to hug Rylar. He has a really, really high charisma.
Nobody wants to hug Fern because she's.
I'm covered in bugs.
She's covered in
afraid
bugs.
of spiders for some reason. I do not know.
Yeah.
So,
Emillynn doesn't care. She'll give Fern a hug.
that's right. Even with her fancy clothes on, as the warbard of the party.
Yeah.
Well, that's because, Rylar can do his, little magic stuff that makes it all, go away.
That's true.
He can't
That's true.
pronounce it, and I don't really know how to pronounce it either, because he never pronounces it right anyway.
That's true. Well, you guys are all. We're gonna jump right to it now. And so, everybody, thank you all for coming. We are now going to go what I call chat dark as we actually jump into the role playing. This is that way we can focus on the game and adventure. At some point, we'll definitely have an intermission to chat with you guys.
You'll actually have a break this time?
Yes, for sure. and so appreciate you guys. Stick around, enjoy the show. We really appreciate you being here. And here we go. So, yes.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Because I was thinking about this a little bit throughout the week. When as a player, because I know that, you know what, actually, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm actually gonna role play it because as a player, I don't remember what the what their plan was. I know they were gonna do an assault in a particular way, but I don't quite remember that.
No, that's okay. You don't have to role play that because.
Well, I was going to because Emillynn gave it a brief description.
Right.
And I feel it fills in perfectly right where we're at. Okay, they're gonna do what now? So
right.
I
realize that's perfect. All right.
Learn through RP. Sorry.
Yes.
Carry on.
So you guys are standing there in the ruin of your. What did I call that YouTube video?
Are we not doing individual recaps? What's did?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. We need to do that before we get into the role playing. Thank you, guys. Sorry, we're gonna be back out of chat dark for a second. We're back again. So what I like to do as a DM is have my players recap from their character's point of view one thing that stood out to them from last week. That way it helps get them into character. And I do it randomly with the old die roll here. So yeah. Starkitty, start us off, please.
All right. So, yeah, we made our way through the secret tunnel and found out that the leaders were planning something, and little goblin spots us. The next thing I know, we're overachievers here. I don't know how our team became overachievers, but we somehow get these missions, and then we just go above and beyond because we're morally, it's we can't let this happen. We need to do something. Otherwise, the team goes, yeah, we need to go do something and take care of this now. But we can just come back later with more people. No, we need to do this now, Emillynn. Okay, majority rules, let's do it.
That is a good point. That's a good point. They were the party was at a point last week where they were kind of in an ethical dilemma. Do we let them do their thing, or do we kind of stop them now, risk our lives to do so? And you guys decided to risk your lives.
Yeah, to the point where three of us did risk our lives, that we all went down, but somehow came back up, and all Emillynn remembers is opening her eyes on the floor to Philip right in her face, going, what the F are you doing? Get up. Mm-hmm. And there's still something going on.
And to clarify one more time, Philip, no one else can see or hear Philip, and Emillynn Ray cannot describe Philip to anybody. It's just, no matter how hard she tries, she can't.
Yeah, somebody's like, what does Philip look like?
Looks like a Philip.
Philip looks like, Philip looks like a Philip.
All right, thank you for your recap. Now, next, let's go with Fate. Or I should say Lorkris, sorry.
I think something's broken. Oh. Hooray. I love these mines. It's my favorite. It's just a barrage of just groans and aches and lamenting and not really self-pity, but he's like, oh, why me? Why? But on the outside, he's like, we did good. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
How does he? Normally I don't go out of.
Yeah. No,
I'm gonna add something to this. I'm curious. How does he feel about the particular unconscious vision reaction that he got this time?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
She snubbed you.
Yes. I know. I'm not worthy. It quite literally is just that dejected, sad Keanu meme, the way he's sitting in the chair is like, yeah, I know, you're disappointed, I'm not worthy. Yeah, move on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, and as to what Aries said, yes, you should have seen Philip's eyes when I was like, I learned Fireball. Philip was like, yes, let us have some fun with this.
Fern, give us your recap, please.
Mine?
Yes.
So does that mean I kind of met Ouijas too? But though I was unconscious and stuff, it was uncomfortable and I didn't like it. I didn't have any visions or anything, but I didn't like it. I don't know why Lorkris always goes unconscious like that. Why does he always go into the front lines like that? I really, really didn't like it. But we killed them all, but I don't like it.
Excellent. Anything else to add?
We killed them.
Nice. So
We did the right thing.
That's a good question, Aries.
Yep.
Aries
That is
asked,
the
I want to know
question.
what would have happened if the miasma didn't kill off the sprouts and vines that wrapped Fern when she dropped. It's a good question.
I just imagine a chalk outline of Fern with just drawn out, just dead roots outlining on the rock and stuff, where she's just
So for
Rylar?
for Rylar.
Rylar.
For Rylar, honestly, this is probably the first time Rylar has actually been scared before, because you all help elevate him into believing more in himself and his success. You all have, since you all welcomed him onto the team, and with his backdrop of having been kicked off of 2 teams and not having anybody trust or believe in him, it means a lot that you guys trust and believe in him, and that you become his family and you think of him the same way. And but this time he saw all of you almost die, and so he's seen Lorkris go down a lot, but he always gets back up, and that's one of the things that inspires and encourages him. But this time Miss Fern got blasted. Now he didn't see it, but he heard it and sensed what was going on, and then he knew that Miss Ray went down too, and so yeah, this is the first time he's actually been scared of losing his family, and it got him thinking that it's good to be brave, but maybe sometimes being cautious is good too. But he also still believes that we did the right thing. And he can't wait to get back to the special grove and make peach pie with Fern. Yes. So, all right. That is the individual recaps. Stop making a mess, Druid.
Yeah, because I'm gonna step
awesome.
on it and I'm gonna suffer.
I'm putting it away.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna now go back into chat dark. Thank you for the compliment, Rovendir. We shall jump back into the RP.
Not sponsored.
Smart.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored,
Just showing
but
that you're eating
berries.
healthy, right?
God.
At least it isn't water. Aye, Captain. At least it ain't water.
I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
Anyway.
We don't talk about that incident.
So we are standing amongst the mayhem that we produced. What did I call it on the YouTube video title? I think it was Rowdy Ruckus.
I can find it. Continue.
I'm pretty sure it was Rowdy Ruckus. And
Secret tunnels.
Secret tunnels?
No, Secret Tunnels was the one
That's
before.
29.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's not in the Discord. That's why.
Oh, I forgot to put it in the Discord. My bad. Dang it. My bad. I'll have to do that.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Anyway,
So,
Rowdy Ruckus, I like it.
yeah. Because remember when things really hit the fan, the Hobgoblin Warlord cut his way through his own tent and popped out and said, "What's all this ruckus?" And,
Yep.
yeah.
There were plenty of fireballs that went around, and then somebody got turned into a bunny.
Him.
Don't make Miss Ray angry. She will turn you into a bunny.
So you're standing
you'll get
around
absolutely
amongst
destroyed.
the dead, all these, like, you basically took out a small army on your own, but it's more than that. These were elite troops and leadership. And you were able to do it so fast that they weren't even able to escape out of this sector. And you all are kind of thinking to yourself, what did we just do? We almost died, but we didn't. Now what? You think to yourselves, some of you anyway, think to yourselves that, what do we do next? Yeah, we took out all these guys really fast, but you have to believe that there's going to be some sort of patrols or scouts that are going to be coming through and checking this section at some point and find all this. And so, obviously, you quickly are making your way, snipping toes, and but while you're doing that, you're gonna role play discussing what you guys do next, and take it away.
Miss Ray,
Yes.
you said they were planning something.
First of all, how did we survive all this?
First of all, we need to get whatever plans they may have in the tent before it burns down, please.
Oh.
Good idea.
Oh.
Yes, Rylar.
I got a first of all too.
Yes, Rylar.
I think I pooped my pants.
It was like you pooped like at the beginning of the tunnel and then you pooped at now? Like,
Oh
that's a lot
no,
of
that's not poop. I think that's just like goblin giblets because
Okay.
all the dead. Never mind.
I make
Emillynn,
my
can you
way
grab
into the
the-
tent to gather plans.
Yeah.
So
If there are any, I mean, I know they were speaking Goblin, but if there's something there.
yeah, I got covered in goblin guts when you was hacking them up and stuff, and so yeah, I think that's something went down my pants. But I'm okay now. I was just gonna say I haven't pooped my pants in a long time, so that's probably not right.
Yeah.
But why did you guys go away? I was scared when you guys were like going away and stuff.
We just needed a
good.
nap, Rylar. We got back up, right?
That's not a nap. I'm not that dumb.
Emillynn.
Even I knew I could try to play that joke on him.
Yeah. This conversation is best left on the move. We need to leave now.
Okay, we have to quickly gather all the toes and then get out of here.
As many as you can. I say we go back through that tunnel and let it seal.
But isn't our mission to go like down through the center and try to find other tunnels and stuff? Or do you think we should just say fuck it and just
I say we get behind that wall. Discussing.
You guys gather toes. I'm gathering plans. We'll meet at the door.
Yes. Yeah.
Go.
Do you think we should separate? Okay.
Rylar,
Yeah,
what you
and
want
then-
me to do? Rylar says, what you want me to do?
Gather toes.
Pumpkin.
Watch. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
There's
go
so
get all
many toes.
the fried goblin toes.
No, that's too far. You stay close.
Yeah.
They're just like
we
right
need all
over
the toes.
there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's the goblins in the gate. I was thinking he was gonna go outside the gate.
No, no.
Okay. All right. Keep an eye on each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Make it quick.
So you guys take your take. You don't take your time. You do your best to quickly. Now you're all still wounded, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're all still heavily wounded. Like I think Rylar. That's not Rylar. Where's Rylar? Yeah, he's down to less than 50%. And I think some of you are worse
Less
off
than
than that.
50%.
You're at 3 hit points?
Yeah.
Out of how many?
We need to go.
Oh, that's why he's in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to get out of here. Lorkris is almost.
And that was after using your full heal on yourself? Your full paladin heal on yourself?
Well, I only did 20 out of
okay.
25 because one, I was leaving slots open to just bring people back to drag them away at like 1 HP. But yes.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, you don't even bother looking for treasure
Nope.
or looting
I'm
the
just looking
corpses
for
for their
plans.
equipment. You just grab whatever plans and maps you can, stuff them in the bag of holding, and the rest of you are grabbing toes as quickly as possible. And yeah, you
We
guys.
meet at the door. I pull out the little herald and I say the phrase.
Did we write down the numbers of everything for the sake of?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You say you pull out the banner.
Yep.
Hold it up and say the phrase.
Yes. May the blood of our vision open the way. Open door. Open.
And it
open.
does. The illusionary wall part vanishes temporarily, and then the stone opens up like an iris, and you guys walk through. Do you want to wait for it to close on its own, or try something more active? As you guys remember, it usually takes about 10 minutes for it to close on its own.
Holding the herald, I look at the door saying, may the blood of our vision close the way. See if it works.
It does.
Yes! Let's go!
But you are in charge.
Okay, so now you guys are on the other side of the wall.
Making a little bit of distance. And in doing so, as we're doing that, Lorkris now takes the opportunity to heal.
Okay.
I will do a second level cure wounds on everybody but Rylar. And then Rylar's gonna get 2 first level cure wounds.
Wait.
Yeah, everyone's getting HP. Oh, I didn't mean to roll that. I like that number though. Bugger.
Okay.
But you're giving me.
Yeah, so Fern gets 9. Miss Ray gets 7. I give myself wow, of course I roll well for myself. 13. And then Rylar is going to get 2 first level cure wounds. So we'll go. Probably 12 plus
3 plus.
No, it's 12 plus 6 is 18. Rylar gets 18 HP.
Dang. Okay.
And then I will cast Mass Cure Wounds on all 4 of us.
Cool.
While we're doing all this, oh god, wait, hang on.
What?
Just
Everybody
thinking.
gets 16.
There we go. Okay. Mystery said they were planning an attack.
They're planning an ambush.
Where again? I
They-
know it was brief.
They were planning an ambush at, was it G or D? Whatever the middle section is.
I'll show you that map again.
Yep.
Yeah, so it looked like they apparently were planning an ambush. I guess I need to make a secondary map that shows these tunnels now. More importantly, you find a map that shows some of the tunnels where they connect and stuff. Some of them exist where you would expect, some of them do not. And I need to make a new map of that for that.
I was gonna say, as it goes along, are you gonna update the colors? Like I know that we J and then up to that junction, is that gonna shift in coloration?
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Like for example, when you guys did mission 1, like you said, yeah, section F and J will now be under blue control. So,
Nice.
but you find this particular map only details a few tunnels, but it talks about more tunnels. But for some reason, it only shows certain ones over and around, like the one you went through from over to Sector K, and it shows another one into Sector K from a different section, and it shows the one that see that in Sector H, there's a little offshoot. There's one that goes over to one of to the tunnel near E, and then this one that's in the DMZ between C and G, that one actually goes over to H, and so then there's one that connects. See that offshoot just below the G that's pointing at J? That one actually loops under J, crosses past what you suspect is that pit where you found Roscoe the Dire Troll, the pit pet, crosses past that, connects with it, and then also connects with the tunnel up ahead. So it looks like what their plan is, and then there's one that surprisingly, there's an offshoot from that tunnel, that offshoot tunnel, again, that you can't see because I need to draw it, that comes in to a different section of Sector C. So it sounds like their plan was to try, based upon you looking through the maps and the plans real quick, right? You guess what they were going to do is they were going to do a false withdrawal and hope that drew the MGA from C into G to try and push forward, and then they were going to try and use those tunnels to loop in behind them and flank them and basically do a pincer maneuver, which probably would have worked, or at least it would have taken out some very powerful people, and really would have hurt their. You guys okay over there?
Yeah, I just behind the scenes, Druid is causing a mess. It's giving Fate anxiety because he's gonna step on it and he's gonna get grossed out. Not really. Just stop it.
You guys are awesome.
Drop the D4. I swear.
All right. So anyway, that's what it looks like the plans were going to be, and it looks like the creatures that you took. Actually, I'm going to do number 2, if that's all right with you. But I do appreciate you giving me the signal. Thank you. And by the way, if you're doing it a lot and I'm not doing it, then it's okay to interrupt me and say 5 or 2 or change the scene. It's okay. But I love that you actually do the symbol. Yeah. So where were we? Oh yeah, so you're looking at these plans and these maps, and you're like, okay, the MJ would love to see this. And this also helps take care of some of your own work, right? Now, you can't trust, because of the way the maps are laid out, it leads you to believe that they purposely made the map such that certain parts of their own army didn't have all of the information for other tunnels for other parts of their army. And so, like, they're keeping some of the information compartmentalized. So there might be other secret tunnels that are not on this map. So whoever's leading this army is really smart. And, but it looks like that the leadership you took out was critical to this mission. You will have thrown them into effectively pandemonium by cutting off some heads of snakes, as it were. At the threat of almost
the Hydra.
dying. Yeah.
Would you see?
Okay. So, yeah. So now, you have a decision to make. You can continue on with your mission or rush back with this information. It really depends on what you guys think you can do. Because keep something in mind. You have bought the MGA a ton of time by doing this. So in a way, it's not as critical for them to have this information now because you took care of it instead of just finding out about it. Like if you had just snuck in and spied and got the info and got out, then it would make sense to take it back. But since you actually took out a large number of their force of leadership and elite forces, like they can't enact this plan anymore. So you think that you're pretty safe to continue on with your mission. It's really gonna be up to you. Especially now that you have the map to the secret tunnels on this side of things, you're pretty confident that these guys would have the totality of maps or of secret tunnels on this side of the map, which is what you guys are supposed to scout anyway. So it's really up to you. You can either rush back and get this stuff and then have to go all the way back out, or you can go back out and use this to your advantage to potentially draw out the secret Oni team, the Ogre Mage team. It's going to be up to you.
Well, we have to rest because I need spell slots.
I do not have a lot of my magical power right now.
Same here.
I can only cast like my lower level spells. I can't do any of the really big stuff. That's really, really helpful.
Yeah, I agree. That's the same for me too. I mean,
Same.
But I have to sleep I will do my 4-hour meditation to get that back.
We're in quite a, for lack of a better term, between a rock and a hard place.
It's all rocks.
There's lots of rocks, for sure. And there's a hard space right there. Isn't a rock a hard space? I thought it's the same thing.
Yes.
And I could also prepare my spell where I can morph into a rock.
You can turn into a rock?
I can morph into a rock that already exists.
I want to see that someday, Miss Fern. Will you show me?
Oh, of course.
That would be fun.
I think we should go back though. Before we try to go out and find the Oni stuff.
Whatever we do, we need to rest in case the Oni's team finds us.
Where do we want to rest, though? Do we want to rest here at this end of the secret tunnel? Do we want to go to the other end of the secret tunnel? Do we want to even rest in the secret tunnel?
That is a good question.
Meanwhile, as that transpires, Lorkris is mid-sentence going, and then just lets everyone continue. Does not have the energy at this moment.
Yep.
Maybe we should. Miss Ray, can you show me the map? Did we have?
Yes.
So
Digging through the bag of holding, and I'm like, this one. No.
Rylar's like,
This one.
so.
Don't you have the Havard handy sack? They just reach in and grab what you need.
Yeah. Does she have that, or one of you has something? You have the bag of holding. Yeah.
I have the bag of holding, and Emillynn has the hand.
Oh, okay.
So you would have stuffed the maps and stuff in the handy haversack.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So Rylar, looking at the map, he says, well, again, I'm not very smart, but it seems like obviously it would be a bad idea to sleep, where the goblin tents were. But also, if we're in the secret tunnel, that seems bad because they might go hunting there, right? And then, of course, so maybe if we just kind of find a place to sleep in the regular tunnel between, not in the place where the waterfall is, but actually go some down that other tunnel, in the middle there, because they'll be less likely to be going there and stuff and searching, right? I don't know.
Like H or E?
Not all the way.
Isn't there a tunnel?
Not all the way to H, but more like, there's no way for me to point on the map, sadly. So what he's trying to point at is
The tunnel right below K.
Yeah, the tunnel right below K, like somewhere towards the back part of it or the middle of it, is what he's pointing at. But unless, that's just my idea, maybe you guys got a better one.
Well, isn't there a secret tunnel between like H and E? So we could backtrack all the way to E, sleep there, and then take the secret tunnel to H and do a little scope around and stuff.
Oh my God, Miss Fern, that is smart. Oh.
Lorkris, what were you going to say before I so rudely interrupted you?
Well, if we rest, we do need a couple of hours, which puts us in a vulnerable position if the Oni attacks and finds us. However, if we move and not rest, we open ourselves up to a different type of encounter with the Oni, not at our peak. Like we're gambling it either way.
Unless we do what Miss Fern said, right? Where we go back to E, because isn't that controlled by the MGA peoples?
Yes, however, that's a lot of ground to cover with no resources.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. If the Oni knows we're here and is patrolling, that is a open ground for combat. If the Oni's on this side and we run into him, that's not going to be fun.
We risk running into the Oni either way.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we stay here or go, so might as well try to get to cover.
I agree. I'm just bringing up the... Sorry, I just got pulled out of the heartbeat.
We could take a quick break for you to pick up your pomegranates.
No, it's you can't just stop.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm bringing up just the notion that this is not going to be fun. We need to be really careful.
Pass without a trace. Pass without a trace. I can do it whenever we need to. Forever.
Are there any other ideas?
ever.
What you think, Miss Ray? What might it be another spot that's sneaky enough to rest at?
Right now, Philip and I agree that no matter which direction we go, there is the possibility to run into the Yoni. Even if we find a place to rest, there's still a possibility to run into the Yoni and his team. I would like to make it back to E, where we can have some backup support. Because if we try and go through H, that's a contested zone, so it's possible we might run into some enemies there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to go back to E.
Okay.
And are we heading back to E post haste?
Fern, you need 4 hours to meditate. If we wait 4 hours, you're going to be the clutch move in case we run into the Yoni.
Doesn't Rylar get stuff back on short rest?
Rylar
Or
does
Warlock?
too, yes.
Yeah, but we already had short rest today.
No, he gets it back every short rest.
Yeah, you can only have one short rest before you have a long rest.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm saying that as Rylar. As the DM, yeah, you can only have one short rest before you then actually have to have a long rest.
Oh, okay.
So we just have to
Hurry up.
to be as sneaky and fast as possible.
Do you think it makes sense to put some distance between us and this mess we've left before resting?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, it was what? How many miles back to E? Probably like 10.
I can bring it back up again. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it real quick. Yeah, so from where you guys are at in the tunnel, first it's about 1.5 miles to the waterfall. Then from the waterfall, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9.
Where are you seeing 8, 9?
I'm counting each. So when counting the hexagons back to E, it's roughly like each curve is within a mile of each other. So from K back into K, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then half one. So 8.5, 9.
Okay. I was seeing more like 7.5, 8, but yeah, okay. Maybe I'm counting from a different spot from where I think you guys are, but.
That's very fair.
And we determine how fast.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I was counting from. Never mind. Yes, you were correct.
Oh.
You travel. So you travel. If you're traveling in stealth mode, you're going to basically be, because of her spell. Like, you could travel without trying to be sneaky, but just add on her thing, and you would travel an average of 3 miles an hour. So it would basically take you 3.5 hours. And if you try to be sneakier, then you're going to drop it down to 2 miles an hour. So you're looking at 4 hours then.
I imagine getting back as quickly as possible. We might as well rest at E. I mean, it wouldn't take us that long to get back. I mean, that's.
Well, if it's going to take us about 3.5, 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Did you carry Fern?
Yeah.
Can I actually sleep? Well, then I couldn't cast my spell if I'm sleeping.
That's true. Do we want so you're asking if we should do her 4-hour mini rest before we go and do the whole team rest?
I feel like that would be wasting time.
Yeah.
We might as well just go now and hurry up.
Okay.
I feel it's probably the smartest.
All right.
And then we can rest for as long as we need to at E before heading out.
So then you guys decide that, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we'll just jump to that then. Thank you. You guys travel along, trying to make it back as quickly as possible. Not in stealth mode, so in 3 mile an hour mode instead of 2 mile an hour mode, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna roll percentage chance for a random encounter. 2 different kinds of random encounters. One would be a random encounter of, some wandering patrol humanoids. Another would be, who. Depending on what I roll.
Right.
Fun times.
But luckily, the DM rolled high. So you guys make your way all the way back to E without any encounters. And you feel relieved. And
Can we clip that? No random encounter.
the MGA guards there and the few adventurers that are stationed there, I believe it was one of the teams was stationed there. And you probably wrote it down, but they're confused to see you guys, but happy to see you. Hey, how's it going? How'd your journey go? You guys are covered in blood and guts.
And you need to sleep.
Exhausted.
I need to talk to the captain.
Yeah.
I need to talk to the captain while my team rests.
They said, the guy says, well, you can go talk to Lieutenant Chenderson, but the captain is over in a different sector right now.
Okay, let me talk to the lieutenant.
All right, so you go over and talk to Lieutenant Chenderson. And he's all like, what can I do for you?
I pull out the map, I pull out the plan. Do you read Goblin, by the way?
As a matter of fact, I do, ma'am.
Great! This is gonna be big help.
That's why I'm on this mission, of course.
I hand him over the battle plans that I found. Look what we found.
What you find here? Oh my. What sort of drawings, fiction are you making up here? What's going on this?
Okay. What happened? Pull out the map that we found too. It was like, we were here. We found a secret tunnel that led to here.
Mm-hmm.
We found a bunch of leadership of the humanoids making plans to ambush this section here.
Via these tunnels there.
Yes, via these tunnels here, and explaining everything. But don't worry, leadership's been taken care of. Me and my team took care of them.
Wait, hold on a second. You're getting ahead of me now. So I've been briefed by Captain Rigel, about you all's mission. You're supposed to scout out some tunnels, find potential secret doors and such, and then you're supposed to draw out and maybe hunt some sort of
Oni team, yes.
Oni team, yes. Right?
I'm surprised it hasn't made it to you that that we are overachievers.
No, you've gone over my head, madam. So, are you saying you found this Oni team?
No, we did not find the Oni team. We found a different team stationed at K.
Okay, so you made it all the way to Scout Sector K?
Yes.
And you're saying that they were planning something? How did you know that?
These reports that I'm showing to you in Goblin.
So how did you get your hands on that? Did you sneak in and get it from them?
We tried to.
Kill them.
Yeah.
You killed them?
Yeah, we took them all out. Sector K is clear.
I would happily say they have less leadership than they did before.
We have their toes.
Forgive me for being a little bit incredulous, but you have their toes to
Yes.
prove it? Would you mind showing me?
Yeah, just.
This big ass bag of toes.
And then a couple that weren't part of that fell out and no, these were from before.
That's from
yeah.
a different one. We haven't cashed in yet.
Yeah.
By my count, it was about 3 Goblin captains, 4 Bugbear chiefs, about 3 Gnoll pack lords, 1 Hobgoblin warlord, and a bunch of goblins.
He's scratching his head.
20 some odd.
One of them would be magic.
Did you all have another secret team with you that I was unaware of?
No.
You're joshing me then.
No.
We
the
all
power
know
of
that.
friendship.
Do you not see us? Drenched in blood.
Yeah, no, I say that you're drenched in gore, but I also see all of the wounds on you. It means you all did this yourself, you're saying? Remind me, what's the name of your crew?
We are part of
Jocko's
Jocko's
Relic
Relic Hunters.
Jocko's Relic Hunters, eh?
P1.
Yes.
No.
I'm gonna bet on you all the next time if you all ever make it to the arena fights. I'm gonna bet on you all, and if you all get invited to those.
Yes, Fern.
Also, if you ever get out of here and you make it back to Misty City, you can always come and hang out with us when we go to the Castaway Inn. Miss Ray is the most wonderful and amazing bard ever.
Wait, you're a bard? I don't remember the captain sharing that detail. Wait, a bard?
He's our team captain.
Do you not see the violin?
He's scratching his head. He's just like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna bet on you all. There's something about you. At any rate, this is important information. I'm gonna have, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take this from you and have one of my runners take it to the leadership in A as soon as possible.
Does anybody else at A read Goblin?
Of course.
Okay.
All the leadership is trained with it. That's why we're here in the mines.
Miss Ray, did
making
you get the copy
What?
for your report?
Oh yes, I can always make.
If you all want to write your report, you say, what are you back for? I guess we need to get to that. What you back?
We need
We
to
just
rest. It took a lot
Yeah.
of resources to take out the leadership.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I have some folk here, a few clerics. So if you head over to the medical tent, we'll get you fixed up, and then you all can have a rest. We'll make sure that you're good to go. I take it you're going to head back out on the rest of your mission after?
Yes.
Well, good luck to you. If you do run into this Oni team, I'm quite confident that you'll do all right. So
Not the first time we faced him.
I see on this map that there's a secret tunnel leading right into my sector.
Yep.
I'm gonna change my. We're gonna reinforce that area in a way that they won't necessarily know about, so that we can actually cover any
Rylar.
ambush.
Rylar?
Hey,
Yeah.
Rylar.
What's up?
Do you mind assisting them finding that exact location?
Oh, hell! Help them, you mean?
Yes.
I could do that. I would love to do that. Sure. Should we go to the medical
forget to
tent
mark-
first? These wounds are itchy and they hurt.
Yes, we'll go to the
Yes.
medical tent first.
Okay. He's like, yes, let's get you all fixed up, and you can, tell me more about it. And then if you take time and make the report, just get your report done as quickly as possible, so I can send it with us down to Sector A.
Okay, so you want the short version of my report.
Whatever summary you can
is
make.
That's like 10 pages, right?
I don't know why this guy sounds a little bit like Mr. Jocko, but
Yeah, so my short summaries are about 10 pages. Is that okay?
as long as you can have it as quickly as possible to me. We'll work
She's
with
the
whatever
best.
you can give me.
Okay.
It'll be useful to us, for sure. Let's get you all healed up first. So he takes you over to the medical tent personally, and has their clerics on hand. Treat your wounds, clean you guys up. As you're getting cleaned up and stuff, Rylar is doing his prestidigitation to clean all the blood and mending to clean to fix your stuff. And they're all watching this, and they're all like, they're all watching and
And
they're
I give him
impressed.
like my feet to clean off all the blood off of my toes.
And you take your rest. You take time to, as quickly as possible, do a quick summary.
Yep.
And they heal you guys up to full, so you don't actually have to use any of your hit dice on your rest. And as wounded as you are, you kind of exhaust the resources of their clerics on hand. But
Sorry.
they're okay with it. So you get the report to him. He sends a runner on a rider down the tunnel, and you all get together and have your rest. During your rest, like I said, I told you guys earlier we're gonna break our rule. During your rest, you're all gonna have some dreams. You're all gonna have a level up as well. Because you guys, if you remember correctly, you took out the giant camp, and now you took out the goblinoid camp. So, yeah. Normally, guys, we apologize. Normally, we like to try and time it such that the level up happens outside.
Oh, goodness.
But it's okay. It's okay tonight.
Well, we can use it as our break time.
That's right. We can use it as our break time. But before we do that, before you guys start doing that, let's listen to the dreams that you guys have, because the characters always experience dreams for some reason, when very vivid, deep dreams when they level up.
I'm just wondering if Lorkris is gonna see Weejoss and she's gonna go, read my mind.
Hey now. So
I can't handle it.
So we're gonna start with Lorkris right off the bat.
Because everybody wants to know what Weejoss is gonna do.
Gosh. I know. Okay, sorry.
You find yourself in your dream, again, a very vivid dream. And it's really strange. You're sitting in a nice comfy chair on a balcony, a stone balcony. You get the sense that there's probably some building behind you, but you know how dreams are. You don't necessarily see everything in a dream, even though you know stuff is there, just because that's the way the mind sometimes works. And as you're sitting it's nighttime, and this balcony is super high up. Basically, this balcony is the balcony of some keep or castle that's on a mountainside. And it's a beautiful view down there's a stony rock drop hundreds of feet below, a lake spreading out to the horizon, a moon lighting up the water, stars twinkling in the sky, in the night sky. It's just this beautiful, cool, dark night. And you're sitting in this chair right at the edge. You know, the balcony railing, you're sitting in the chair, and the balcony railing is, roughly chin high from, well, not for your character, for an average high size character, about chin high. For your character, it's about chest high, right? And you're just relaxing, enjoying the view, enjoying the cool air. And then suddenly you see lightning storms in the distance, and the sky becomes kind of angry far in the distance. And you suddenly realize that the railing is gone, and your chair is perched even closer to the precipice. You're looking over the precipice, and it's just this kind of, you get this foreboding sense of what's that kind of phobia? Agoraphobia? No, wait, what is it? Dadgummit. You get vertigo. How's that? You get this sense of vertigo as you're looking down at it, and you kind of get a little
fear of heights.
Yeah, exactly. This even if your character isn't normally afraid of heights, in this moment you're feeling terrified. Like you're sitting in this chair at this open cliff face looking down. And then you hear this soft, gentle, womanly voice in the back of your ear, and hands on your shoulders. And the voice says, "Do you believe in second chances?" I guess says is the wrong way of describing it. Asks, do you believe in second chances? It definitely sounds like a familiar voice. Like the same voice that has come out of that beautiful raven-haired woman you've met several times in your dreams.
I have opportunity to respond.
Yeah, it's your dream, and she asks you a question.
I do.
And then in your other ear, you hear, well, how many shall I give you then?
That is a question, is it not? Do I not deserve a chance?
You tell me.
Clearly I must, for you continue to give me that chance.
So it would seem.
But why go through so much trouble?
You tell me.
It's for her, is it not?
If you say so.
What do you want of me? To protect her.
Only what you ask of yourself. With that, you feel a shove as you're falling down this precipice, and you know how it happens when you're in a falling dream. You're like, "Hurrah!" You feel the ground rush up, and just before the ground hits you, you get this surge, and you wake up, and you don't feel like what just happened. Like, even though you're instantly terrified, you're also exhilarated by it. And you wake up and realize you've leveled up. I mean, obviously, in the world terms, it's not a level up, but you feel enhanced and more powerful and more understanding of the universe. You feel enlightened, illuminated, an epiphany of strength and power. So, you can start your level up now. Miss Fern. In your dream, you're not there. You're observing events unfold. It's almost like a movie scene where a camera is slowly zooming in from a far distance. You find yourself in this massive, this monumental cavern. And somewhere in the distance of the cavern, you see movement of creatures through the shadows. And they're slightly lit up in the distance by this kind of this orangish glow, or kind of this orange this orange red glow. Well, actually, I'm gonna retcon slightly. It's a red glow, and absolutely a red glow. And as the camera, it's not actually a camera, but again, just giving you, the player, the vision. It's like you are slowly moving and zooming towards it. As it gets closer and closer, you realize it looks like some sort of strange, large, probably like 30-foot tall, round, like a door. But what's strange about this door is it's not on a wall. It's like floating, hovering in the center of this giant cave. And the reddish glow, the bright red glow, is glowing around the edges of it, but you can see through it, and it looks like there's like another world on the other side of it, this wasteland on the other side of it. And you see the movement of creatures all around, but you can't tell what they are. They're just kind of moving all around this portal, because as you get closer, you realize it's like a portal. And the other thing that you notice as you get really close and you zoom really close in on it is that, again, all these monsters that are around it, you can't see what they are, you just know you see their movement, and you notice this kind of light fog kind of flowing out of it. And you get the sense, you feel like sick. You feel nauseous. You start to feel awful. And you get this sense that somehow or another, whatever that stuff is that's flowing out of it, when it comes out of it, it has a slight reddish glow, just like the edges of the portal. And as it kind of creeps along the ground is when the color of it fades to a kind of a light gray. And you recognize it as that kind of weird miasma that's been covering the Goldothian mines all this time. And you get the sense that miasma that's pouring out of this portal it's causing you to feel ill. And you realize that what's feeling ill is the land around where it's flowing, and you're experiencing an empathetic response to the land feeling that illness. And you get your Fern rage up at that, and that's when you wake up and you feel emboldened and illuminated.
Now I have to write it down.
All right, and then do your level up. But yeah, if you want to write all that down, I totally understand. Or if you want to, write it down after watching a recap or something, whatever you think is best. So
I 110% did that. I'm like, in my notes, I'm like, just see Isles in the Mist 1 hour 30.
Nice. All right, Miss Emillynn Ray, your dream is you find yourself alone in these long, twisting, maze-like tunnels, just like the Goldothian mines that you're in, and you realize in the dream that you feel like it's the Goldothian mines themselves. And you find yourself you wonder what happened to your team, to your friends, to your party members, your family. You get terrified. What happened to him? Why am I by myself? And
Is Philip with me or no?
You are by yourself in the dream. You wander through these tunnels, and they just keep wandering on, and you pick up the pace, even just hoping to run into an enemy, anything. As the time goes by, it just becomes more and more terrifying that you're alone in these caves, and then when you think your terror will reach a peak, you hear melody in the distance. What is that you hear? Oh, you recognize that music. It's that song of nature again. You hear it in your dream, somewhere down that tunnel. And so you follow down that tunnel. And you keep going down that tunnel, and then you come to a crossroads, and then but you hear the music down a different tunnel, and the music is, as long as you stop and focus and listen to the music, it leads you to the right tunnel, and eventually you see light at the end of the tunnel. And you come out into this beautiful vista, and then realize you're standing on this wonderful stage, and all your friends and other people that you have met, and like, looks like it's filled with other adventurers and MGA members and all the people you've met since you've been on this island, and they're all in the audience ready for your show. Just as you start to play, you wake up with a happy, feeling inside, and you feel yourself leveled up.
Yay! Still surprised me that Philip wasn't there.
Well, it shouldn't surprise you, because you frequently have dreams where Philip isn't there.
Oh, okay.
It's not like he's there in every dream. He's there just like, he's there in some dreams. So, now, I appreciate you guys' patience. We're going to take our break now while the players do their level ups. So, oh, Suspicious Ninja's here. Welcome back, sir. Thanks for the resub.
Yes. This Ninja, thank you for the resub.
You're awesome. And it looks like Rovandir, he asked, the party's level is 10, so they're now going up to level 11. Did he? Yeah, it looks like, Fate already answered. Yeah. Cool, thank you. And so I'm gonna go grab myself something to eat. What?
Imagine Miss Ray has her dream of fear and terror, and right at its peak, she gets Rickroll music playing.
That's funny. That's funny. That's true. We haven't had one of your songs in a while, have we?
True.
We haven't been back to the Castaway.
I can cast level 6 spells now.
Yes.
Ooh.
Never gonna give this up. Never gonna go down hard.
So,
I don't know what to take.
Starkitty, can you cast level 6 spells now too?
Yes.
Oh man.
I have one 6th level spell slot.
What? I have 3rd level spells.
You should totally do like.
Hey, that's actually pretty good. I mean,
I'm wondering if I should take Otto's Irresistible Dance, or I don't know. I got like a very small spell list for a bard, but I can make somebody dance. I'm kind of tempted to take that and go, dance, monkey.
all right, you sold me.
And then the only dance they ever do is that creepy one with the monkey and the cymbal. And that irritates Lorkris, so he attacks it on sight.
Well said, Lorkris.
Yep. So, but I can only cast one 6th level spell slot.
That's okay.
Hello, really, Chili? Yes, the bard spell list is a small one, but it is fun.
I got a new ability.
Hi, Ezo. Bards only get one spell. It's called Seduce.
Ezo's here? Oh, man.
I mean, so Ezo, would that be suggestion? Are you referring to suggestion? Because I don't see Seduce on the spell list.
I could also do
What level
intimidation.
spell is that?
So I just picked up a new ability.
Oh, what'd you pick up?
So it's Sentinel at Death's Door for the Cleric path. As a reaction, when you or a creature you can see within 30 feet suffers a critical hit, you can turn that hit into any effects triggered by a critical hit are canceled. I can use it 3 times per long rest.
Wow.
And that's a special ability, not a spell?
Yeah, that's the Path of the Grave Cleric
Oh, that's nice, dude.
feature.
So
Yeah.
Ezo, are you suggesting at 6th level I should take Mass Seduce?
Seduce.
Because it's misspelled in the book.
Is it really?
Grave domain, let's go.
Hey, yo, we seduce. Yes. Oh, Skittle biscuits. Yeah, I just don't know what spell to take.
AoE seduce.
Well, I was reading mass suggestion. It says
Skadoosh.
up to 12 creatures that can see you and hear you.
That's gross.
Yep. So it is kind of like an AoE seduce. Actually, they call me the war bard.
That's true. Yeah, she's a. What's your school again?
College of the Battle Singer. It's a version of the College of the Dirge Singer. We just renamed it so it'd be nice and prettier.
Yes.
Not having to do with death. I think it's a custom college that I found on the web that just really fit with what my character wants to do.
Nice.
Yeah, tell
Tell
him what the special ability of it is.
Oh, the main special ability of this class that that everybody likes is I can use my bardic inspiration to inspire 2 people at once, and I can use my reaction that turn to have somebody make another melee attack. It has to be a melee attack. If they've made a melee attack that round and they've connected, I can go, I want you to hit them again using my reaction. It's pretty cool.
It's really neat.
Gotten lots of crits off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Even Fern, our bard, or not our bard, our druid has critted off of that.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. I think everybody's critted off of that. At least once.
Uh-huh.
Oh, off of Philip.
Well, no, I don't think
Oh,
you've
yeah.
even done that to Rylar at all.
It's because Rylar doesn't make very many melee attacks.
Oh, yeah, he makes
that's
none.
right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, where have you been?
Hey, stop carrying a mace.
Coworker.
Because you guys gave him that,
Yeah, Philip is a cheater
Chili,
and
is
hands out all
that Chili? Are you who I think you are? Are you my friend that I just texted? Really, Chili? Is that my friend?
Maybe.
really, Chili, is that somebody you
That's
know
my friend.
IRL? Druid IRL?
Maybe.
That's one of my. I think that's one of my IRL friends.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe. Ah, yeah. No. No.
Using seduce and
Crit
scoring a
automatically
crit
skips.
automatically skips to a wedding scene. You know that's something
Okay.
his Olaid would say.
Yeah. Alright. I'll be RB. Like my BFF Jill.
Yes. Oh yay! Be good to Chili.
Ooh.
Really, Chili?
What do I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Solid.
A third spell slot?
6th level.
Team, our warlock gets a 3rd spell slot
And,
at 11th level.
oh, he gets to know
I can
another
do
spell
Hero's
too.
Feast. I can do Hero's Feast.
And
now.
another invocation. Holy crap. No. I was reading the wrong one. But he gets to know another spell. He gets another spell slot, and he gets something called Mystic Arcanum. I need to look that up. That's not right. He rolls hit points.
Yeah, I'm
What does he
super
roll?
stoked to have
D8?
I have Hero's Feast now.
Holy crap.
Aw, Druid, thank you for the gifted sub.
Aw,
It's really
Druid.
chilly.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Enjoy your emotes.
Stormy, we do also have to add. Okay. It's also because really chilly is also one of my friends in life. Like I would.
I totally
so
understand.
I can just spoil 2 people in one go.
Wow, Druid, have you really given 68 subs to the channel?
Oh, I need to do one more.
No,
Who
no,
needs
no,
a sub?
You're good. It's okay. Is that 68 subs ever or 68 subs in a month?
I think ever. Okay,
Okay.
I have to do one more. I'm sorry.
Come on, don't make yourself broke for me. I appreciate you, but
Druid needs one more for 69
I need
subs.
it for the lulz.
you need the naughty
it for the lulz.
sub badge. Am I gonna have to create a naughty sub badge?
Gotta do it for the lulz.
So
Thank you, Druid, for the gifted sub. You have now gifted 69 subs to the channel.
I can't do any more now.
yeah,
I'm stuck.
and yeah. Thank you for that. That's incredible.
You need to keep that. Next campaign, you need to be a bard where you can AoE seduce everybody. Right, Izo?
There's so many classes that I want to play. It's insane.
Yes,
I've played almost all of them except for a barbarian and a monk.
it's true.
Yeah, because I'm like because I do feel like I would do really well with a martial class. Like, and I've always been really torn between doing fighter or monk. I think monk would be super fun, but
From a role-playing standpoint, yeah, monks are really neat. The only negative thing about monks is they don't get to use all the cool loot that you can find because they don't really, you know what I mean? They miss it. They don't wear armor and they don't use melee weapons. Although 5th Ed kind of has options for monk melee weapons, but yeah. Mystic Arcanum. Holy crap. So, Rylar shares with you after his level up, because you always talk to him, right? Mm-hmm. Party leader. He shares with you that now, not only does he have a 3rd spell slot, that Goo gave him a gift called the Mythical Arcanum. You want to write this down? It lets him. He picks a single 6th level Warlock spell, and he can cast that once per day, once per long rest, without expending a spell slot.
Ooh.
So effectively, he's got like 4. And the spell that he was given is one that I will pick for him.
So long. Yo,
Love the hair.
I know, yeah. It's nuts. I think that's the only.
Zollade was a
thing
monk
that I
for
think,
Halloween last year.
like,
No way.
Baptized
disappoints me.
2 guys at a bar. One being dressed as a unicorn.
Really? That's awesome. Mystic
Can't achieve
Arcanum.
rank of Master Monk without getting drunk. That's why they have the Drunken Master style, right?
I was playing around with building a barbarian monk multi-class.
Really chilly redeemed hydrate.
Hey. Okay, I
Demonstrate
got you.
both of my drinks for them.
Yep, I got it. Got it.
It's water.
Yes. Not water. Mountain water. Oh. Eek. Where's your liquid health drink? Right here. Spicy water. It's not spicy water.
It's
Just regular.
Regular water.
It's just regular mountain water. I can't do spicy water. Oi. Ooh. Okay.
Okay. I have lots of really fun spells now. Very excited about. I have the spell Heal now. Choose a creature that you can see within range. A surge of energy, causing it to regain 70 hit points. This spell also ends blindness, deafness, and any disease affecting the target.
When you use a spell slot at 7th level or higher, the amount of healing increases by 10 for slot of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um.
I only have one 6th level spell slot though. I also have to roll for charges on staff.
We'll roleplay that interaction that I just did with Rylar, because I picked a specific Mystic Arcanum spell that fits Rylar.
Ooh.
What's she eating there?
Ramen.
Ramen?
Yes. Instant ramen.
Instant ramen? Yummy.
Ramen, yes.
Ramen.
I can't ever say potato the same anymore.
Potato.
Potato.
You know.
Spicy acorn flour cake, what?
Hey.
Acorn.
Raymond.
For Faith's birthday, you have to bake a spicy
For
acorn.
Faith's birthday, you have to bake a spicy. Well, you're gonna be waiting for a long time there. There, Izo.
That YouTube video popped up on my on my YouTube again, and I'm just no acorn. No.
Oh, while we're taking a break, did you guys have a reminder for everybody coming up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 weeks from now.
So, the weekend of the 19th. So not next Saturday, but the following Saturday. We will not be here.
No D&D stream that night,
Yeah.
guys.
No D&D.
Is that the weekend after
The weekend before Thanksgiving.
the weekend before
weekend
Thanksgiving?
before Thanksgiving. Yes.
So you'll be here
Yes.
the weekend after Thanksgiving then, though?
Yes. Yeah. Huh?
No worries.
Yep.
People
We're
understand.
Gonna go away, like, to go visit Mom and Dad. Mama and Papa.
Visiting the
Lorkris.
parental units.
Parental
Yes.
units.
Papa Fate.
Mama, Papa Fate. Yeah. It's funny. I was telling my parents about that last time I was around.
What?
How, with Druid's mom, when she comes in every now and then, it's like Mama Druid or Mama Fern. And then you have me as Fate, and then you can have Mama Fate, but can't really have Daddy Fate because Patrick has already coined that as me.
Yeah.
So it'd be weird.
Yeah, so you're the granddaddy Fate.
Grandpappy Fate.
Yeah, because you're already daddy Fate.
Yep.
It'd be interesting to see your mom pop up on stream and be like, "Hey, Mama Fate."
We do not want that to happen.
Yes, we do.
We do not want that to happen. My mother is ruthless.
Oh, and it's amazing.
She will cut deeper than Lorkris is.
She's a higher to hit than any bard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Vicious mockery, cast at will.
Yes. However, I would say charisma is probably her dump stat because her primary stat is strength.
Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, so it can be cast multiple times.
That is so true.
Yeah. Yeah. My mother was a bodybuilder at 19.
Oh wow,
Competed at
that's
22.
amazing. That's right, you told
and
us
was
that.
a firefighter. Yeah. So my mom, it was funny. There's I don't have it anymore because it's one of those photos that got lost when like you change phones. You know, sometimes some photos don't stay. There was one where I have my mom just like flexing her like her bicep, and I just like zoom in and I'd ask my friends, I'm like, hey, question, is this calf or bicep? And they're like, ooh, that's calf. I'm like, psych, and I zoom out and it's my mom flexing her bicep. Like, nope, bicep, and like, oh shit. Every time. Yeah. Yeah. Good times.
That's amazing. Sorry, I'm trying to pick one more spell for Rylar.
Hey,
no worries.
hey, chat. Druid is streaming right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, she's streaming right now.
Gotta
She's not on her channel.
Acorn bacon.
That is true. Yeah.
Izo, you're not wrong, but I will say 50-50. My mom would be like, that's a really dumb idea. And then go, let's do it.
No, Really Chilly and I were at work the other day, and they were talking about We Happy Few, and I can't stop thinking about it. I just have to buy it, which I have yet to buy it. But I do plan on playing We Happy Few. But I think the game, my next, like when I get back into streaming, I think I'm just gonna do Untitled Goose Game for my first stream back, just to get back into the swing of streaming. And then I'll play We Happy Few.
Do you think that will there? Be honest now. It's totally okay if you don't think that it's possible to restart doing maybe every other week. We could do bandwidth and banter. I don't know. I don't want you to feel pressured or whatever.
Oh, speaking of that, good sir. Next Friday is what, Veterans Day? No. Memorial Day? No.
It's Veterans Day,
Veterans Day.
November 11th.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that Friday, because I'm a corporate wage slave, it's a federal holiday.
It's a bank holiday.
It's a bank holiday.
Are you saying that you're going to have a bandwidth and banter with me?
No.
I was gonna say, if somebody is completely MIA, there's another somebody that just so happens that fate has aligned.
Oh man, that would be amazing, dude.
Would love to do a banner with a banner with you.
Fuck yeah. Oh, well, F yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
Sold. We got it.
Sorry about that.
We can wrap up. We got Stormy to do it. No, just kidding.
Here's my
Yeah.
bandwidth and banter journal.
Yeah.
You have to. There are things that.
There are things that you and Stormy need to discuss in Bandwidth and Banter. There is a lot that Stormy and Fate can talk about in Bandwidth and Banter that can just be off the cuff.
That is true.
But yeah, no, I would love to either sit in or take over for Druid.
I think it would be funny to watch you guys have bandwidth and banter.
Yeah.
Druid's like, I'll watch the VOD later.
And then one day in the future, we could have it a 3-round,
Oh yeah. I mean, if Druid is available Friday, I don't think so because I think it happens after Thanksgiving that your schedule gets a little adjusted. But anyway, yes. So making up for no D&D stream, the following weekend, Fate can have a special Bandwidth and Banter reprisal of some kind.
You're talking about Black Friday?
Are you talking about this coming Friday or the
Yeah.
Yeah, this coming Fridays.
Heck yeah. Let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
And I finally picked the spell that I wanted for Rylar.
Okay.
2.
Lorkris doesn't know what spell he needs to take.
Huh?
So Lorkris is kind of in that moment of like falling through, before the wake up, there's that spark. And Fate's thinking, man, I would love to take sending, but it doesn't fit within our world.
It doesn't. Teleportation. None of that.
Yeah, that exists. We've seen it.
Just heard tonight. Is tonight really daylight savings?
Yes. Yes, it is.
We Happy Few is on sale right now?
Oh, hey. Don't even think about it.
You buy it for me right now?
Right now?
While it's on sale?
Oh my goodness. I need to figure out what spell I take.
Did I take your time? I'm still eating.
It's okay.
Wow. You went for more than this.
I'm
That's
so
right. We didn't eat
excited.
dinner.
Yeah.
That's why I had the tuna thing. You had that instead of a tuna thing. Right on. All right. Well, is everybody done with their level up? I got lucky and
That
rolled
was my
max hit points on Rylar again.
He just
What'd you
sent
roll?
me a link.
I rolled a 6 on a D8.
Not bad. How about you guys? What'd you roll for your hit points?
3.
On a D6?
No, she's got a
D8.
D8.
Yeah. I rolled an 8.
On a D10, not bad. I rolled an 8 on a D8.
No, I rolled an 8 on a D8 because I leveled up Cleric, not Paladin.
Oh, okay. So what is what now?
What do you mean?
What are the levels of each class?
Oh, 5 in Paladin, 6 in Cleric.
Okay. Okay.
And I was only rolling HP for class that leveled up.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah, no. I was just
Yes.
nothing.
Something has.
Just remind me the next time you level up that I have something to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably be like,
Man,
what?
I'm probably gonna forget that.
I know. I'm gonna write it down.
Okay. Take.
Okay. So, is everybody all leveled up? What's so funny? What do we, that makes sense. Lower magic
No,
words can kind of.
Really chilly. It's funnier that way. It helps me not say my own. The texture and like, why do I talk in the third person? I don't know. I think it's funnier. Yeah. Occasionally I do. I don't always, but.
Yeah, teleportation and flight type spells. They do have a flight spell, but its duration is so limited that it's not really useful. Except for again really short distance travel. Yeah.
Like Dimension Door.
Yeah, they have Dimension Door and a limited a spell that doesn't exist in D&D, but in this world it's like it would basically be lesser fly or lesser flight, and it's basically
Levitate.
It's like, well, yeah, I guess it's
Not quite levitate, because doesn't levitate only allow you to go?
yeah. I mean, it's
Can't go.
basically like limited flight. You can fly for very short periods of time, and very few classes and people can cast it. Yeah, it makes sense in the game world. Their technology just hasn't advanced. Their magical technology hasn't advanced that far yet, and it also helps me to, the map, which is actually, what is it? Mapcam, full map scene. That I created for the game world. It helps make sense as to why there's this sector past the mountains and the forest in the northern part of the Isle here, where nobody has been able to explore before. Now, I mean, still nobody can so far. They're trying to find a way further north. The problem is the distance they need to travel over the mountains. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. The distance they have to travel over the mountains or over the forests is too far for them to be successful with any of the flight magic that exists in this world. And same thing with any kind of, the teleportation magic is just dimension door, and it's even limited, even more limited than what's exists in the book. So yeah, they have to do it the old-fashioned way. And the reason why the MGA hasn't explored via, like, you know, boats and ships around that sector is because the waters churn too much, and there's so much reef and coral reef. They've tried. There's just basically a wreckage of ships at the edges of when they've attempted, and there's no way to breach into that northern area because of the churning waters and the reef tearing up ships. You had a question, sir?
I did. During that dream Lorkris had with Weejas, and mentioning being like not particularly on a throne, but on a balcony of like a spire castle looking over an edge. Did the landscape look familiar to what this, like, the general terrain of what this island looks like, or was it just kind of like a generic, like, nondescript? Like, I understand, like, you had description, but it wasn't like anything I'd either seen before,
yeah,
or I feel like it may resemble.
Yeah.
What's that?
The second thing. It was generic and nondescript. It was beautiful and attractive, but it was not.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't anything you've actually seen or you know that you're aware of.
Okay. I just, you know, because Fate was immediately thinking Gloomspire Crag. I was like, am I sitting on that thing? I wouldn't know. How would I know?
Gloomspire Crag, is that one of the modules of 5th Ed or something?
No, it's one of your towers.
Oh, right. No, I made that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And then, you know, because then, like, I see the lake in the center, and I'm like, but I feel like it, I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay. Maybe.
I must keep the mysteries a mystery.
Ooh.
Hey, you guys have already, over the last few weeks, at least uncovered one big mystery, right?
Yeah, and then asked an even bigger one.
True that. Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, but at least she doesn't have to worry about the you know, what the blue lights are.
The blue lights anymore.
That is so true.
But she just needs to know where they come from and why they're there and how they're being.
Where did you come from? Where do you go?
Yep.
Where did you come from? God not joke.
Yep. And we gotta find out why they're Goliaths that are over 15,000 years old.
Yeah.
Undead that are still doing on this island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Older than ancient.
And why they
Prehistoric.
What they called you, the heretic?
Yeah.
They called me a false prophet and a usurper.
Yes.
Yeah. False prophet and usurper.
Yes.
It's Rylar who's looking for the heretic.
Yes.
Yeah. Rylar's the one that's looking for he doesn't know what they look like. He can't describe them to you. He just says that Goo tells him that he'll know a heretic when he sees it, and yeah. Supposedly, that's the reason why Goo made a pact with Rylar, was for Rylar to hunt heretics for him. At least that's the way Rylar describes it.
Yeah, but Rylar still thinks he's a cleric.
Correct.
Die.
Cleric with no healing abilities.
Indeed. Sorry, I need to grab a cough drop. I don't know where this cough came from tonight.
Okay, Druid?
She okay?
Yeah. I think she's just upset because she isn't really going to take this because it doesn't fit with her character.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
She's upset. What?
It's scary.
Nothing. Druid is just having a field day with list.
Spell list?
Yeah.
My level 6 spells are crazy.
So you're having trouble picking one for the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Druid spell list.
Yeah. I took one that meh. I think will work.
Transport via plants.
You know, I realized I never switched it to the intermission. Well, since we had an intermission, I should at least show off the intermission scene. So here you go, guys. There's the intermission scene. But now we're going to go actually back to RPC. And I think once Druid picks the spell she wants, then...
Oh, we can carry on. We can go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, guys. We're going to go back to Chat Dark for the rest of the stream. I have a feeling that we'll probably wrap up a bit early tonight. Not a whole lot early, but a little bit early. Last stream, we went a little late. Tonight will be a little bit early. And, but please, thank you for joining us again and enjoy the show for the rest of the evening. And
We love you, chat.
Yes, we'll say goodnight to you at the end. So
Yes, we'll be back
we'll be back.
to chat again, but we're getting back into the zone.
Right. Chonkapillar is pulling us back into the game world.
I wish I had something that represented Philip, but I can't describe what Philip looks like.
We love you, Daddy Dagoth. Thank you so much, buddy. You're so amazing.
Shout out to our mod, Daddy Dagoth. You were awesome. And Izo.
And to Izo.
I love how Dagoth chastised me. He said, "This is a family channel, sir," after I used the F word. He's right. So right. We love you,
I know,
buddy.
I always cuss on the stream and then I'm like,
Yeah, and I noticed Fate does too, but that's actually okay. It really is. My stream is marked as mature because I know we're adults, and occasionally we're gonna, we're gonna use adult language. So.
Gratuitous. You know, it's not gratuitous for the
No,
sake of
no
using
F-bombs, please.
Well,
Yeah.
unless it makes sense in the context. Like,
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I love language, and all I can say is, from my point of view, I don't think that curse words are a bad thing. I think if for somebody who relies on them too much, that's not a good sign. But I also think that sometimes a good, well-placed curse word is the most efficient use of language in that moment.
Yes.
So, there you go.
I agree.
Add just some spicy flavor.
It's a sentence enhancer. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
All right. Now we're back to Chat Dark.
Oh.
You guys have awakened after resting pretty peacefully because you were beat the hell up and exhausted. I mean, after that big ass fight where you guys were like down almost all your hit points. I think Rylar was the one who was least beat up, and he was down by 60% of his hit points. So, yeah, it was a close fight.
Yep.
Honestly, it was you're as a DM, I gotta say your bunny spell was clutch. Your polymorph other was pretty clutch. It was almost to a point where, yeah, Rylar was gonna have to figure out a way to defeat the rest of the enemies and heal you guys up. At least Fern would have been stabilized.
Yeah. Oh no, I was Angie Bard. I was Angie Bard.
Yeah. At any rate, so
They done pissed me off.
this time though, because you guys were all beat up and exhausted, you rested like crazy, deep sleep, and this was another one of those rare moments where Fern cuddled with her team, since there's no trees for her to cuddle under in this rocky place. She actually slept a full 8 hours instead of just meditating for 4 hours.
Oh wow.
It was one of those rare moments.
I had one hand on Ray, one hand on Lorkris, and then I had to make sure my foot was at least touching Rylar.
All right. Well done. All right. So, you've all leveled up. You feel confident, yet humbled each of you. And you know that the mission is even more important now than it was before. And you realize how serious it is. But you feel confident. So exploring that confidence further, you move on. And the next morning, it's not necessarily the next morning. It's you guys effectively rest 8 hours into what would effectively be evening. It's hard to tell down here in the caves, right? In the mines. But you all have a last briefing with Lieutenant Chenderson. Is that what I called him? Mm-hmm. And he says, good luck to you. And you see by now he's set up a really nice defense system around the secret tunnel that Rylar helped him find. And it was really clever. He didn't just make it obvious, it's kind of hidden. So when they come out, it's almost like an ambush, like he can really tear them up. And you have a question, sir.
Lorkris, mind you, this is not to be hidden from the rest of the party, just kind of like, just in a quiet aside, like, Emillynn, did you tell them how to open the door?
No.
Should we tell them how to open the door?
We don't have enough sigils.
If it's a sigil, then it could just be drawn. This is on cloth, is it not?
True. We haven't tried it any other way.
Rylar's
do
like,
you think that? Yes.
So
What's up?
I might have something that would help.
What?
Well, when I was getting the goblin toes, I didn't know what to stick them in, so I took one of the, the robe off of that hobgoblin wizard dude, and it's got the symbol on the chest.
Oh yeah. I wonder if any sigil will work.
I mean,
But do we want them to send anybody down the tunnel? That's the thing.
it's not so much about sending anybody down the tunnel. Being prepared if something were to happen and they deem it necessary to utilize the tunnel, might as well. Or, I mean, you think about it as the forces are coming through. If they are, you can prematurely close it off by some time.
Makes sense.
Just be like, no.
I mean, it would not stop them, but it would momentarily stop them, split the forces.
You have a good point.
It's useful knowledge to have, whether they need to use it or not. Up to them.
Would you like to demonstrate for them, Lorkris?
Sure.
All right, let's go get the lieutenant.
All right, you meet up with the lieutenant.
Yeah.
Well, you're ready to continue your mission.
Lorkris here would like to show you guys something on the secret door, and
I was going to ask you about
how to use it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I see in your report that it requires what you believe is the sigil of this cult.
Yes.
Now, we have in our possession another article of clothing that bears the sigil. However, I would like to see if it would work with possibly something that is drawn on parchment as an attempt. That way we can easily disseminate it amongst the rest of the troops further down the road if necessary.
Fern?
What if it's like, if we do like, we draw it out and everything, and then it's just like, we try to use it, but it's obvious same thing or thing, and it sends like a warning or thing. What if it has to be an article of clothing? What if it like explodes if we do the wrong thing?
So the lieutenant, since she asked that, the lieutenant says, well, you said you all were able to open it with an article of clothing that you had?
Yes.
And then you have this other article of clothing?
Yes.
Well, let's compare the two.
Okay.
So you pull him out, and he gets, some of his people, and they all kind of look at it. You look at it, it looks like they're different cloth styles, materials, and the embroidery is the right symbol. It's similar, but it's not like exact. It's like on one of them it's embroidered, the other one it looks like it's been kind of carefully painted on with perhaps some sort of dye, and it's not exact, but it's similar.
At least we can
Do
give
we
it a
have
try.
the embroidered or the painted one?
So the one
both.
that he had in his in his possession from his mentor is embroidered.
Okay.
The one that was on the Hobgoblin Mage is painted or dyed.
We can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it with the painted one first. And what was it? What was the fate is forgetting the thing.
It is. May the blood of our vision open the way.
Yes. So Lorkris will present the painted one, and may the blood of our vision
Open the way.
open the way.
It works.
Okay.
And
then we'll close it.
right, and it also works that way too.
Yep. And then I would like to, Emillynn, may I borrow her quill and a piece of parchment?
Yes. I have plenty.
Rylar
Thank you.
volunteers to draw it.
Yes, and that may be the concern. Though, Rylar, I believe you can get it right. I want to see if anyone can just draw it close enough to see. So, Lorkris is gonna draw it, but not perfect. Like, he's gonna quickly, jot it down to where, I would, some average person would be like, oh, that's an interesting symbol. Let me jot it down real quick. Find it later.
Right.
That's kind of what Lorkris is gonna attempt. And then
So you're gonna
try that.
jot it down on a parchment? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you try and open it with the parchment that you've drawn?
Yes.
Go ahead and you're purposely trying to not necessarily draw it, perfect?
He's not paying super close attention to detail. It's one of those, I'm gonna.
He's rolling a dice.
So high or low?
Low.
Your drawing isn't good enough, and nothing happens.
Okay. Well. Now when nothing happens, do I get a
Also,
kind of sense that if it was more accurate, it would work? Do I have a feeling?
well, part of it you think is accuracy, and then part of it too is that you're using a quill on paper that's black, not red.
That makes sense. Lorkris will kind of have that little spark of, and then he'll grab the tip of the glaive and just a small little, just a nick, and then just kind of trace the logo quickly.
The one
Same
that
idea, trying to.
the one he drew, he's gonna trace over it with his own blood. Of course, the lieutenant and some of his men are watching this with fascination, and I think they're gonna try it again with that.
Yeah.
It works this time.
Excellent. I'll look at Emillynn and go, I may not be that smart, but learn from the best. So, as you can see, now, I will say I don't know if it has to be blood, but I know this works, obviously. So, you can use this method to open and close doors if you need to. However, I would caution you not to unless you absolutely have to.
He's like, yes, without, don't worry about that. Without permission, I'm not going to have any of my men go down there. We'd rather use this as an ambush point if possible, now that we know that it exists. And I already had your report sent down to Sector A. I'm sure that they are going over it there with leadership. So...
Yeah, and I know you guys have probably already thought of this because you are quite the organized group. May be useful if they decide to open the door, and if someone's close enough, they can close it on them. Buy you guys some time.
Just get in a fight, like open the door, close the door, open the door, close the door.
However, that would require one of you to be closer to the door, but just a thought.
We'll keep that in mind, thank you.
And don't forget the phrase.
Oh, it's
Yes.
not too hard. All right, is there anything else that you guys want to tell these guys before you
And then Fate forgot it again.
head into the tunnel?
What did Fate forget?
May the blood of our something.
May the blood of our vision open the way.
Yeah. You know, I'm confusing it just with like the notes that Emillynn takes, and I'm like, it's something like in Emmelynn's notes. So I think of Emmelynn's notes. So may the blood of our light the way. No.
I say
Like,
it's good role playing from your character.
That.
All right. So
Kind of reminds me of what was it? Army of
was that?
Darkness when he's like Klaatu Verata.
Yeah.
all right. So
Okay.
real quick, I'm going to show you the map because you guys
Yes.
are planning that. Show you where you're going to be going. So I want you to take a look at Sector E over on the right. Literally right underneath the E. The wall, obviously, to the west, to the left, is where this door is.
Okay.
And the map basically shows that that door connects to
H.
that tunnel that's shooting off from H. It connects there. And it's effectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles. It's like 4.5 miles to H. Yeah,
Okay.
4.5 miles to H. Question.
So, team. So do we like want to go walking around and be like really loud and just be like, "Hey, Oni, where are you? We just want to say hi."
Or should
Like,
we take
or we actually
the
try to
secret
be
passage
sneaky?
from E to H?
That's what I was thinking. We take that. It will cut off one. It'll cut some time. What?
Guys, I forgot to tell you about my dream. Really quick.
We've got the long walk.
We do. But I think I know how to get rid of this miasma. We just have to find the orange glowing door.
You mean the one at L? Is it L?
No, it's like in a giant thing and it's like floating in the middle of the room. I
So
don't know where it is.
there's an actual giant metal door, a reinforced metal door at G that they told you about in the report. And they told you that there's one at the end of L, that giant bridge across the chasm, right? That literally, 2.5 mile long bridge across the chasm. Those are physical doors,
Oh.
like giant metal doors. What she described in her dream is just a big cave that doesn't look, I mean, from her point of view, like it would be like, I mean, she hasn't seen these areas, so she doesn't know what it looks like. But from what she's describing to you, it sounds like some sort of arcane portal, not a door. She says door, but the way she describes it, your magical, arcane knowledge mind immediately goes to, oh, this is some sort of arcane portal. Was it really a dream or was it prophetic?
Gotcha.
Just wanted to throw that out there for like out and about and we see a really big cavern with a giant thing oozing stuff. We have to destroy it so we can fix the cave.
Rylar,
Just saying.
you had a dream about a door.
Well, it was more like a portal.
Oh,
But
wow.
I think it's a way to be able to fix this place, you know, because nothing can grow or live here, and that makes me really sad. And we must make it better here, so we have to destroy it. So I can talk to the plants that are in here.
Yes. I think we should definitely keep an eye out. But I don't know if the information that we have discovered with these tunnels completes the first portion of our mission.
I think we just need to find the Oni and kill him.
I agree. I think scouting H, right?
Yeah,
Because
I think it's H.
H, yeah.
Yeah, you want to go from this using the secret tunnel from E to H is your plan, and
Yeah.
you want to scout it out and see what's going on over there.
Yep.
And maybe
Yes.
I was like, maybe we could like have like a sleepover, like camp out at H for a while, and like we could have like I don't know.
yes.
I know, Fern, you were suggesting making noise. I wonder if there's something that we can do to signal the Oni to us.
So,
I'm
are
pretty
you guys
sure-
having this conversation there in front of the lieutenant, or was this? I thought we were all still with the lieutenant, correct? Or was this something you guys were having a conversation of after you left?
It would be a conversation after we left.
Okay,
but-
all right.
Okay.
But before we get
Lorkris
to
wouldn't
that,
have
we're gonna be
that.
like, okay, Lieutenant, we're gonna go down this secret tunnel. You...
Got it.
Yeah, you guys
Good.
already did that,
Yeah.
so you've already left.
Okay. Cool. Because Lorkris would not have that. He's like, plan, action, discuss it. Like it's
So you guys are
casual.
having this discussion on the other side of the door, I take it, or
Yes.
just before the door. Okay. All right, that's fine. So you're having this conversation and trying to figure out what you're going to do to try and draw out the Oni.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep. So we're making our way through the tunnel.
Too bad I don't have my lightning. That would be a great way for to signal that we are here.
Rylar was like, what? How do we even know he's over in this area of the caves?
That's the thing. We don't.
well, actually, add a character just to remember. The report indicated that that's where they've been
were.
operating over this in this.
That's where they were operating.
True.
Last we know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the last we know, they were here, or at least on this side.
So, Rylar,
Mm.
going forward, you need to keep your eyes on and let us know if any person we come across that appears to be human, elf, if they're glowing, like their entire body's glowing, just like what happened at the tower.
Okay, I
Okay.
could do that.
Like, entire body, head to toe, not just
Oh,
armor.
you mean like when the scared lady turned into the nasty Oni?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I remember.
You need to let us know if you see somebody like that.
Okay.
You didn't see anybody like that at the camp, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. We gotta be careful because, this Oni can be crafty.
So, I wonder what we can do to signal. I mean, we could be wandering these tunnels for days and never find them.
Well, maybe that's what
Might
we
as well
gotta
bring
do,
them to
right?
us.
Is take our time in the caves.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
not,
Rylar?
not use her not use her staff. I mean, I
Yeah, you
never
cut
did.
out the
If we
last
do
one.
that, then we might draw like other, what do they call them? Patrols?
Patrol?
Right. That we might draw some of those things, but
Well, I mean, if we do take out patrols, I'm sure it's gonna reach the Oni one way or another.
and maybe what we did at K will reach the Oni.
Oh, I'm sure it'll reach the Oni and any other type of leadership this group has.
If we run into a patrol, we can kill them all but one, and send the other one, like the remainder, be like, tell the Oni that we are he. Go tell him. Or her.
Well, we don't need to keep one alive. We can slaughter them all. And then I'll revive just one of them.
Because that's a waste of a spell.
You forget that I don't need to cast heal.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, you were really quiet there. You need to.
Oh.
You need to.
Sorry, I don't need to cast to heal.
Oh, because you have your paladin, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So we don't need to worry about pulling punches on anyone. We'll bring you back to send a message. I like it, however, that is contingent on finding a patrol.
This is true.
Look at you.
I say
The two
we
of you
just-
came up with a great idea together. All right. So
Yes.
now, as you,
Off to H we
there was
go.
something that you wanted to role play as you were walking down the hall, the miles down the hall. What was it again?
But I had like a really big, it was like a really big cavern, and it was like leaking out this miasma that's here in the Goldathian Mines.
It
I
was.
just really, yeah. So we just really, really, really have to try to find where this big old cavern is.
Next
Because,
time we rest, can you describe it to Rylar and see if Rylar can draw it out for you? That way we know what we're looking for. Rylar, would you be able to do that?
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to do that.
Because I'm pretty sure, like if I were to like see it, I would be able to be like, this is the room, or this is. But I'm not 100% sure.
Be nice to have it drawn out just in case.
Plane that it was coming from looked really sick.
Interesting.
And it was oozing.
You said it was a different plane?
It looked like it was a portal or something. Well, I said, like, it looked like a door and it was glowing and I got through it, but it was like dead on the other side. And it was oozing all of this like red ooze, and when it touched the ground here, it turned into this gray fog that will not let anything live. Imagine how much easier it would be if I could talk to a bat and ask the bat if you've seen the Oni. It would be so much easier. Or if there was moss, the moss could tell me.
It's true, those have been very helpful spells you have.
Yeah.
And it's always funny listening to, well, it's not funny, it's fun listening to you talk to animals and trees.
I love to talk to trees so much.
So Miss Fern had a cool dream. Did anybody else have cool dreams?
I wouldn't say it was cool.
Yeah, I'd agree. I wouldn't say mine was cool to start with.
Well, sometimes my dreams make me happy, and sometimes my dreams make me not so happy. You all don't have to talk about it.
You said that you don't dream. And then when I ask you about what you dream about, you are like, I don't dream, I don't remember.
No, I don't. I don't remember my dreams, but I remember if I wake up happy or not.
Okay.
Like my dream, for instance, I was wandering around these tunnels that reminded me of the mines. I was wandering around by myself. Like, I could not find you guys.
Ooh, just sounds terrible.
I was very alone, wandering, until I heard the song that I'm always humming and playing. I followed it through the tunnels, and eventually found a light on my way out. Then found myself on a stage with all of you there and everybody else that we've met, all waiting for me to play. Just as I was about to play, I woke up.
What if you play that crazy song? I'm sure that would draw the Oni.
Oh, you mean
And
you want me
a
to
lot of
play it
other
when we reach
things.
H?
Yes! Also because it's so pretty.
Oh wow, that's a really good idea. When we could camp at H and you could play that song for us.
Mm-hmm. Brought all sorts of people to us. Even our allies from D.
Did you have any cool or spooky dreams, big guy, that you want to talk about, or not?
Well, I don't quite know. I think Weejoss is testing me.
What did she do this time?
She speaks of second chances. Yet, as if asking if I deserved them.
What did you do to her?
Nothing. She asked if I deserve these second chances. And then proceeds to throw me to the void. Yet, I feel it is not a stray path. I feel strangely guided in a roundabout way. I guess in a way only a goddess of death could guide.
Rylar says, well, I got some new abilities that Goo gave me. Should we share about that stuff so we can make, what do you call them? Tic-tacs?
Tactical decisions? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Tic-tacs. We're making the tic-tacs. Let's go. Sorry.
So I guess I'll go first. You really set me up this time. I could do an extra spell slot of the day. But for each short rest, I could do 3 spells.
Ooh.
For each long rest, I get this freebie thing. It's called the Mystic Arcanum. Or Arcanum. That's it. And apparently, it's like this neato thing that I can either grant to myself or grant to somebody else. Truthful sight for an hour.
Nice.
Full sight or
True
true
sight.
sight?
True sight.
He said true full sight though.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I imagine out of character context, you're talking about true sight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 6th level
Yeah.
spell.
No, yeah.
He can
I'm
gain- he can
giggling
gain-
because all I
gain-
can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see like disguises and into the astral or the ethereal plane.
Ethereal plane, yeah.
Yeah, I just imagine Bo being high off her mind, being her best self, and it's funny because I decided to take the spell tongues. So anything and everything can understand me, and I can understand it for an hour, as long as it speaks a language.
Well, that's really cool. Like between all of us, then, like because he can read any language. Now you can, when you cast that spell, you can speak any language. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I can, not that I can speak any language, but any creature that knows a language can understand what I say, and I can understand any spoken language. And like it, yeah, it's stupid, and in a good way. In a good way, because I don't know what those goblins were saying, and I'm learning from Emillynn this time around.
Like, if they screech like this is what they're actually meaning.
Ah, yes.
I couldn't quite catch all that because he was screeching a little too much. Too fast.
Goo, or Rylar says, Goo also gave me another 3rd level spell.
Oh.
I don't know what to call it. I guess I call it Gush.
Gush.
Gush. That's what I call
Gush.
it.
What does it do?
I don't know. It's weird. I get this sense that I'm supposed to cast it, that I'm able to like cast it at the same time that I see somebody else casting the spell, and then it like floods them and fizzles it.
And her spell.
You mean like a
Yes.
counterspell?
Yes, exactly.
Counter spell.
Yo, that's close.
For those Magic the Gathering nerds from way back in the day, that's why I called it Gush, because I believe.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too blue.
We just have to make sure how where it falls in the stack and how it resolved.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you.
So that's
It's an instant, not a sorcery, I promise.
that's what he can do.
Don't forget to tap 2 islands.
What level spell is that again?
3rd.
Or
Third. I feel that might be a good thing to put in that
oh yeah, the Ring of Spellstorm.
and a free casting of.
Counterspell?
I get 44 temporary hit points now with my symbiotic entity.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nice.
That's just for Ares,
That's hot.
because Ares likes to keep track.
Yeah. So Rylar was like, I can put whatever you guys want in my ring, although I feel like last night Goo was like, I feel like I had a dream, but I don't remember it. I just remember that I feel like Goo was telling me a message that maybe it might be a good idea if I get one of Emillynn raised fireballs, and then one cure wound spell, like a level, or not cure wound. What did you guys do? The ranged healing spell?
Oh, healing word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I should get those 2 spells in the ring, because then, you know, when you guys need me to drop a bomb on them, I can do that. Or when you guys need me to pop you back from death, I can do that.
We can do that.
Rylar, tell Goo we said thank you for his advice, okay?
Okay.
When we rest next,
Mhm.
let me know, Rylar, and I'll pop both those spells into your ring.
What do you guys think? Is that okay?
Also,
Is that
yeah,
okay?
I'm gonna put healing word in there for you too.
Okay.
Too bad you can't put 6 levels. Because I got some cool 6 level spells. I got that just for Lorkris.
The only new spell that Philip helped me learn.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I did want to point out that you can actually give him a second level healing word because Fireball's only a third level spell. Unless you wanted to do a fourth level Fireball.
Yeah, I could do fourth.
However you want to do it. Yeah.
A third level.
Go ahead.
And 2 first level healing words, and I feel like that's probably smart.
That actually is even smarter, actually, yeah.
It is. It 100% is.
Just to get us up.
But, yeah. Or...
Yes.
Yeah, no.
You're about to suggest 3 healing words and some other 2 second level spell? No, okay, right.
The only reason why I am torn between the Fireball and a counterspell because the Oni is a caster. And being able to disrupt his casting.
Well, if you want, then when we fight him, I'll focus all 3 of my regular spell slots for doing that if he wants me.
But you also are really good with like your Black Butt Blaster. That's also really important.
Not to mention twice now, that swirling pattern has turned the tide of combat.
Oh yeah.
So
the unicorn poop is
Oh,
very,
my
very
unicorn
magic.
vomit. Yeah.
Vomit, poop. Sorry, we've been talking a lot about poop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know why I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm gonna stop. My dream last night, I realized that I'm all getting grown up now. I should stop talking about that.
But it's so funny.
Oh, well, maybe sometimes.
Rylar, comic relief.
All right.
Yeah, so they learned a new spell with the help of Philip. And it's one of those spells that Philip just loves laughing his butt off for. I can make somebody dance.
I mean, you make people dance all the time when you play music, so...
No, I can make somebody who doesn't want to dance without playing music.
What's so good about that?
Let me pull up the spell. Otto's irresistible dance.
No, I know it, and most folks know it. Why don't you just describe it as a player, kind of role play?
Yeah.
Basically, you know what it does.
So because they're dancing uncontrollably, because they just have this overwhelming feeling to like dance, it takes their focus away from any type of combat. And
You're saying they can't do anything but dance?
they can't do anything but dance.
For how long?
It lasts up to a minute. And because all they can do is dance, it gives the people fighting against this person a little bit more of an advantage.
You're saying it also gives people an advantage on hitting them?
Yep. While target is affected by the spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it.
Add a character, does hitting them automatically stop the dance? Or do they I know they get a save every round, but does hitting them automatically stop it or not? Kind of like a sleep spell. If you hit somebody, they'll wake up.
Just says a dancing creature must use all of its movement to dance without leaving its space and has disadvantage on dexterity, saving throws, and attack rolls. While the target is affected by the spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls. As an action, a dancing creature makes a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. On a successful save, the spell ends.
I see. They have to use their action. They can't move effectively, and they have to use their action to try and save.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right.
Wow, that's neato. I want you to do that to me, Miss Ray. That sounds fun.
Rylar, I would never do that to you.
Oh, please, I want to try it.
But you like to dance when I play music.
Well, but it says I would dance uncontrollably. That sounds like a lot of fun.
You dance uncontrollably when I play music.
Oh, well, that's true.
Are you guys trying to decide on a spell for her or something?
No, I'm
No,
just showing
it's just-
him my
yeah.
spell list.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got lots of really cool spells now, you
Okay.
you guys. But there's too many to talk about. They're just gonna show up.
Okay. All right. Well, is there any other abilities or spells of the characters that you guys want to share with the rest of the party so that we can work out tactics?
Sunbeam.
That was obviously not me role playing. That was me as the DM asking if you guys want to.
No,
Sure.
yeah. As much as I think Lorkris would love to explain that Sentinel at Death's Door, I don't think he realizes what it is until it happens.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
I
like
get
I
that.
know that Lorkris is definitely come much further along in understanding his magics, but more so the ones that he can cast. He's still very a reaction spell user in his learning, and this being able to like make things not hit hard doesn't seem to like compute. It's not a spell, it just happens. So until there's a moment of like having to happen, I don't think he would really bring it up. And it doesn't really fit in any useful terms of tactics, like, okay, as soon as you get critted, this, you know, like there's, it doesn't fall within a battle plan.
Gotcha.
Out of character, did Lorkris ever talk to the team about his Spirit Guardian spell? Did you?
No, we never role played it.
Okay.
He used it in the last combat.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, did he tell us about it, or is it like something brand new to my character to see?
Oh yeah, so you could role play it right
Yeah.
now. Mhm.
That would probably have been no. I think that I did kind of roleplay it. I
Oh,
kept
that's
it
right.
really minimal. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like
That's right. We did role play it.
with my spirit shroud, I think that I can expand upon that,
That's right. He did. Yeah.
but it wasn't a
Oh.
definitive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning it, but like just seeing it in person, and like I think my character would still ask you about it. Like,
Go-
is that
go
what
for
you're
it.
talking
This would have been
about?
the first time you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to ask about it now?
Yeah, unless everybody's done sharing, what they got at the level up.
Yeah, I'm good. I
Okay.
took tongues.
Druid.
I got some cool spells.
All right.
So, Lorkris, I have a question for you now that I'm thinking back to our last battle.
Yeah.
That spirit shroud thing that you were talking about that you could expand upon, was that what you were surrounded in?
Oh yeah, I remember that in the fight. It was you had all them spooky ghosts floating around you.
Yeah.
That was so cool. I was like, it was going to a celebration, one of them harvest things.
Yeah, I believe so. It felt much like that shroud that I've generated before, but
Just on a
I feel
bigger level?
no, it's something different, but it feels similar.
Well, it
Instead
sure was
of-
messing up those bad guys good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
How'd you make it follow you
I
around?
didn't see.
What was that? You need to pee?
I said I didn't see.
Oh, that's right, because you got knocked the fuck out. Oh. I'm sorry,
I'm pretty
Fern.
sure.
No, 100% Lorkris, like, almost like that parent that just goes, "What did you just say?" Just like, what did you just say?
I'm sorry.
It's probably going, what did you say to Fern
what?
being
I
knocked
thought you've
out,
been
not the
hanging
cuss
with-
word?
I almost said hi to Weejas. But she didn't want to talk to me. I think she was too busy talking to you.
Your character's curious. The positioning of Rylar on the other side of the tent. How on earth he even knew that?
Yeah, but I know he's got the X-ray eyes.
He can only use that once per day for a short period of
Oh,
time,
yeah.
or once per short rest.
Rylar,
Yeah.
You were nowhere near where Fern and I were fighting. How did you know?
I heard the fight going on over there,
Uh-huh.
and I heard it, and so I just felt like every time you guys were unconscious, I like felt it. When you was in Sleepyland, I felt it.
You feel it in your heart?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Did Fern go down when Lorkris was unconscious initially?
No.
You're saying that out of character or in character?
Yeah, out of character.
She went down first, then you.
She went down first and I went down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Carry on.
Then I brought you back, and then I brought her back, and then I went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we're carrying on with role playing. So you're asking, yeah.
Interesting. So you have some sort of a life connection to all of us, Rylar?
I do?
What it sounds like.
Would you say so?
That's something Goo gave you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you said you could feel when one of us went to Sleepyland.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel that when we actually go to sleep?
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Do you feel that with anybody else outside the group?
Nuh-uh. Well, I think I did with my mom once a long time ago.
What are you really?
What do you mean, Miss Ray? I'm Rylar.
I know you're Rylar.
I'm a person.
You're a fascinating individual.
What? I'm fascinating. What does that mean?
It means you're very interesting.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
Oh, it's a very good thing.
Ha!
It is the bestest thing, you know?
Hey.
But yeah, so
Okay.
Do you have a question,
tell
Lorkris?
I tell Joss that I was really sad she didn't come say hi to me when I was knocked unconscious.
He is too stunned to speak.
Yeah, that was a very interesting fight where almost all of us went down.
Yeah, I was getting kind of scared there.
Yeah.
But hey, my fireballs did some damage.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god. That's why I kind of think I felt like Goo suggested that I borrow one of those.
Oh yes, I'd be happy to let you feel the power of the fireball.
You guys just gotta tell me when to use it. It's like you have an extra one, right?
Mm-hmm. It's okay if I forget. Philip will tell me to remind you to use the fireball.
Okay.
Because Philip loves fireball.
Oh. We love Philip.
Philip loves fireball, but he loves when he gets to tell other people to hit again. His favorite thing to do.
He is the best at it. Okay. So we are now trying to get to place and things and stuff and
Yes. We make it through the tunnel. Do we run into anything on our way to H?
Well, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to make your way. You're making your way through the tunnel, several miles, and 1, 2, 3. You make it your way about halfway through. You find that over to the north, which would be your right, it opens up into a small cavern that wasn't really listed on the map, and it looks like it was carved out, so it's quote unquote man-made, right? It's not necessarily man-made, but you get the idea. It's not a natural cave,
Or made.
right? It's yeah, it's not natural. It looks like some sort of kind of campsite / rally point. And yeah, I mean, it looks like I said, and this was after several hours, because you went several miles, right? Well, not several hours, I guess, a little over an hour. And you kind of take note of it.
Oh yeah, I mark it on the map.
And you continue onward. And you know, several more miles later, effectively, you know, you make your way into H, and you see that H is a kind of a series of kind of maze-like interconnected tunnels. In a way, they're like.
Is there a door that we come out of?
No. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Before that, yeah, right. Shortly after that little cave that you found, you do find a blank wall, which Rylar identifies as another one of those magic doors. You use the way to open it up, and then now you're in that tunnel, you know, offshoot that you can see. What you find interesting is it wound, or it didn't hook up to it directly. It kind of wound around and came up on it from below.
Okay.
And what's really, and it's clear up to here, right? What you find interesting though is once you come out to the other side and you're actually in that part of the map, that offshoot
Of H.
Right, of H. Just as you come out and you kind of make your way out into the tunnel and see across the tunnel, Rylar points out there's another glowing spot. What's interesting though is that's not on the map.
Another glowing spot?
Yeah, another door.
Oh.
Right across the tunnel from the door you just came out of. But it's not on the map that you found. So it looks like there were some secret to secret tunnels. Some tunnels that were even kept from the humanoid leadership.
Interesting. Gonna mark it on my map.
Right. So now you can either go to the right, which would be to go to the end of the offshoot tunnel, or left, which would take you into H.
Or straight through the other
Or
side
yeah,
door.
or you can go, yeah, you basically are kind of at a T-junction, right? You can either continue, you know, try and open up the magical door in front of you on the opposite wall and see what's inside that secret tunnel, or finish scouting the right offshoot in case there's more secret doors into that tunnel. And yeah, or go back into H and camp and make music like you talked about. Or whatever order you guys want to do, whatever you want to do. It's up to you, this team, to decide.
I really want to hear Miss Ray play her song.
I think we should scout the rest of this offshoot just in case there's another door or two.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and then figure out if we want to go through any of them, if we find any more. Yes, Lorkris?
Wait.
Okay.
You're referencing the path that we're following, the rest of the offshoot, that is the rest of the tunnel that would lead into H, is what you're saying, and then come back to this new door that we found? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to clarify one more time, where you guys, so obviously you left E and you traveled a ways and you found a cave, and not far from the cave, it kind of loops around. It doesn't connect directly to that offshoot. Instead, it loops southward and around and comes up basically in the middle of that offshoot.
In the middle of this offshoot.
Right. Now, it doesn't come to the end of the offshoot. It comes up on the southern middle of that offshoot that's to the right of H. And then when you go out of it, across from that, also still in the middle offshoot, but to the north is another door. And so what she's suggesting is you backtrack and see if there's any more at the end of the offshoot.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've come up from the south in the middle, and we have left to H. Right goes towards what's drawn on the map, a presumable dead end, possibly another door or way. And then there's a new door that we see directly north of us, right in front. So it's kind of a four-way junction,
right?
With a pseudo potential dead end. Roger that. Yeah, we might as well clear this whole back end, work our way in, see what happens. I don't know if we should go through the new door or not.
Well, let's check out the rest of this offshoot first. Check out H, and then decide. Because depending on how many doors, if we find any more doors, we're gonna have decisions.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You continue to the right, which would be to the east, and you end up at the end of the tunnel. Rylar doesn't denote any further magical doors on either side, and once you get to the end, in the distance, you can see that it slopes down, and it looks like it leads into a large depression that it kind of drops off into darkness. Then as you get closer, you realize that there's a pit below, and there's a lot of gross sludge and junk kind of trailing down the slope into the pit. And you guys, you get closer and you look, and you guys note down at the bottom, it stinks really bad, like sewage. And looking down below, you guys, not that it matters. Yeah, you guys denote kind of a famous / infamous quote unquote monster mucking around kind of moving around in the sludge and the muck. And he's just kind of happily doing his own thing, munching on all the, looks like trash and garbage and poop and sewage and
a rancor.
It's an Odiug.
Oh, that little guy. I thought we had one.
Yeah, I think that's this thing, isn't it?
Yeah, should be that one.
Is it the giant slug?
No.
Or
Is that right?
Yeah, Odeo.
Just what the giant
Now, I'll show you what it looks like.
They're kind of cute, in my opinion.
So I'm going to do the combat mat cam, but to be clear, oh, that's not combat mat cam. To be clear, this thing is not. You guys are adventurers. You've even Lady Solana told you about these things. They're really non-aggressive unless you get in their territory too much, or you seem aggressive to them. And this thing seems happy, just flopping around and swimming around, and it's called an Odiug.
See, Druid? Isn't it cute?
Oh.
This is our odious Odiug in this sewer. And
you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The Guar or Gar from Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind with mutated arms.
Yeah.
Little T-Rex and little thing with their massive heads. Stupid creatures.
See, I think they're cute, in my opinion.
The amount of times I couldn't travel because of those things. Or rest, excuse me. Anyway, okay. Let's
like I said, it doesn't appear to be a threat, and you would guess that since this area had been previously scouted, obviously not by anybody who could find the magic doors, but this had been previously scouted, and they didn't deal with it then. So it
I'll leave
almost
the
seems.
Yodiog alone.
Yeah, it's kind of like this is not an abnormal kind of. I don't think so. Let me double check. What's going on?
See, Rylar? We don't need to stop talking about poop because here's a monster that likes to eat it.
He does? That's disgusting.
But it's also really, really funny.
Well, it's good that he does that, so he gets rid of it.
Yeah, they are technically an aberration, but they're they actually don't harm ecosystems. So they're one of the few kind of aberrations that druids can tolerate, because they're helpful in the ecosystem to a certain degree. Like, you know, they like eat garbage and sewage. But they don't eat so much that it's going to take away from fertilizing the ground or anything. And of course, they produce their own waste too, and so yeah.
With it being an aberration,
You mean aberration?
yeah, it just can't. I'm afraid to move without staining the carpet, my love. Just-
Pomegranates are good, but I don't eat
Yeah.
them very often because they stain.
Yeah, and when they're all over the carpet under the. Anyway, I remember the shambling mound. Wraith set off Lorkris's tingles of like, this needs to.
Well, that thing was a corrupted shambling mound. Yeah, normally shambling mounds would have been something that Druid probably could have communicated with. And if she wanted to, she could probably communicate with this thing. It's kind of interesting that it's not dying from the miasma. But it's risky for her to try and communicate with it, because she would, with her spell, she would have to get close enough to cast a spell on it, and it might turn aggressive just from getting too close to it to try and even talk to it. And so, yeah, it's up to you guys if that's what you would like
I
to
don't
do.
want to disturb it. We're on a mission.
But it doesn't send off any tingles for Lorkris to be like, this thing doesn't belong in this world.
No, not at all. In fact, you think that probably it makes sense to you, as obviously as a paladin of Malor, you still know some obviously about nature, and you're guessing that this thing, because of its very nature of being a garbage eater, right? It has a resistance that is kind of a natural innate resistance, which is why the miasma isn't affecting it.
Okay. Shall we continue back then? Yeah.
All right, so now you guys make your way back to the T junction, and you decide where you want to go next.
To H.
You want to go to H, or you want to go through the tunnel? Go through the secret door and into the north tunnel.
How far is H away from where we're at?
Give or take, what, about a mile?
Looks like, yeah, about a mile.
I mean, it wouldn't take very long to travel a mile.
Yeah. Like, we can check out H and see if there's anything going on, because, I mean, it is a contested zone between D and K, so...
And we can always quickly shimmy down to D. You know, it'd probably take us maybe an hour and a half or so, maybe 2 hours to get there.
Not even that long, because it's only
A mile?
about a mile and a half. So
Yeah.
take you about.
I'm considering from where we are currently.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Maybe about an hour and a half at most if we're taking our time.
Mm-hmm.
To inform them about that door.
true. We can pass along more information.
And then continue back up.
Yeah.
I mean, we have plenty of possibilities.
I mean, if we can make it over to D, we can definitely take a little bit of time to put some spells into his ring. Rylar's ring.
That too. So, with that, I think we should investigate this door first. Relay that information and then assault, and then, not just assault, but then travel back to H from D.
Well, we have no idea where this new door is going to lead to and how long the tunnel is.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel more comfortable putting spells into his ring.
I see what you mean. Yeah, let's scout H. Head
I
to
thought
D
you guys
and then
already
come
did
back to
that.
the door.
No.
Not the new ones.
No, not the new ones.
We discussed that
we
while
were
we were
talking,
walking from E.
Yeah, we were talking that as we were moving through the tunnel.
So you would want to do a long rest at D? Or can you get spells? Can you get a spell back from a short rest? I know that Fern, you can get. Can you get a spell back from a short rest? What do you get back from a short rest? No, you don't get spells back. Okay.
I only get my wild shapes back,
Okay.
but I don't get any of my
So then,
spells.
yeah, if you're wanting to do that, you would have to
Yeah, we'd have to
do a long rest.
do another long rest, which I am completely fine doing that because we can relay some more information. And then tell them that we're gonna go scout it.
Okay. Well, if that's what you guys want to do, then you guys will head down to D, meet up with the team there. Is that what you all want to do?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, it makes the most amount of sense.
All right.
And I would imagine as we're doing that, like that bit of H that we've come through, we're keep like practically scouting that space.
Yeah. So, well, the area in H that you guys travel through, you note there are some. There's a battle site kind of in the north, right? Like I was just trying to describe to you, there's all these kind of it's almost like walls of stalactites and stalagmites making sort of a mini maze, but you can kind of see through them, and you can see sectors where there were battles, and you can see over far to the, or not far, but you can see in the distance to the south. When I say that there's stalactites and stalagmites, they're not like, when I say a maze, it's not like there's all walled in. There's sections of walls, right? And so there's still a lot of open area in this giant cave. And down to the south, to the left, you see some like ramparts and partitions and basically defense structures. And you suspect if you go further down, you'll probably run into some patrols, some human patrols, some MGA patrols. If you head farther to the north, towards, if you head farther north towards the upper part of H, then you're more likely to run into you'll end up seeing, suppose there's like an underground pond here based upon the map. There's a tower there that's supposedly based upon the notes, it's like a little ruined tower that was used during some of the early fights that was built by the humanoids, and there's still some structures and ramparts. And so but yeah, if you there's definitely some places where you could camp that'll be either secret or obvious, whichever one you decide you want to do. And then, of course, you make your way to the tunnel that would lead down to D. And I assume that's what you guys end up wanting to do, correct? So you do that, you continue onward, you pass those those ramparts and stuff, and definitely you can see there's been lots of battle. And yeah, sure enough, a patrol of soldiers when you get a little farther, about a mile or about a half mile into the tunnel, you hear, "Who goes there?" And you guys identify yourselves, and they ask you to step up and show your poppers, and then you share who you are, and then you make your way down to D. And sure enough, you get lucky. It turns out that this is actually where Captain Rigel is. He's at this location right now, and
I'm like, what are you guys doing here?
yeah, he is surprised that you guys are here a little bit early, and but you kind of explain to him what you found and give him the report.
Give him a lowdown.
And he's like, "Oh, you got that other main report to Sector A," and he's all happy about that. And he's like,
"Yeah, let
good.
me know about that ambush that was supposed to be coming, and still to be mindful of forces coming from."
Yeah, he at this point is not even surprised that he tells you that was risky of you guys, and probably honestly a little stupid for you to take on, but but he admits that even if you were one of his own team, he probably would have reprimanded you. But since you're adventurers, you kind of do your own thing, and he's grateful to you and appreciative that you took that risk and took them out, because that what you were suggesting could have been really devastating to them. And like if their ambush had worked and they had been able to, permanently harm any of Steel Dawn or any of some of the elite MGA troops that are at that location, if they'd been able to capture any of them, oh man, yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad.
We figured out how to open up these illusionary doors too.
Right, yeah, he's like super stoked about that. You guys, of course, train him on that. I'm not role-playing, I'm expositioning it because I figured that we'll start to wrap up here in just a few minutes. But, what? Did you want to role-play something?
Something tiny.
Yeah.
And this is more towards our group. I mean, the captain can hear it if so, but this is more of like, do we think this is a smart idea? I know how we feel about this organization, but if something as simple as this herald, this symbol being able to open these doors, not to brazenly wear this symbol, but to have quick, easy access, I'm wondering, should I just inscribe it on a piece of cloth on my hand?
So the captain says, what you mean? What you mean the Lorkris?
So you have to present this herald.
Right. You explain that. Mm-hmm.
In the haste of leaving, having it available to just reach out and present, is having to dig our gear. It's a fleeting thought. I don't want to wear it openly out face.
Well, based upon what you shared with me regarding both the drawing that you showed me and the herald on the clothing, I suspect that it probably needs to be a certain size, and maybe the drawing of it on your hand wouldn't be quite big enough. What do you think? You're the arcane master.
To be read.
You could roll an arcane knowledge.
26.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that he's probably right. That when he drew it on parchment, he drew it, even though he didn't draw it perfectly, he drew it roughly the right size relative to the herald that was on both pieces of clothing. And but I mean, you could try it. He says, "Yeah, of course you could try it. I could be wrong, but I suspect that you're going to need it to be a certain size, but to be close, right?"
We could try it next time we go out, Lorkris.
So you're suggesting that if it would work for me and my team, we should do the same. That's what I thought you were going. I'll tell you what, I don't know if we'll be able to pull, I don't think it'll work on the palm of your hand, but we could probably rig something up such that maybe like a fold-out cloth of some kind.
Or like a tartan.
Inside of your cloak or something.
That works too. Yeah, I'll work something out with my men. And we'll make it happen. This is big. This is a game changer. I want you all to know that. I'm going to take this to the general. He's still at Sector A. Actually, I shouldn't say still, because you all didn't know that. He's actually come into the mines, into Sector A, to take more direct charge of what's going on. And after your report that you shared about the giants, he's thrilled with your progress. And I'm sure he's probably already seen the report right now that you shared with me regarding what happened. So.
Oh, are you talking about Kay?
Yeah.
Slightly off topic, but could you? What is with you and just dropping all the food on the floor? I see it flying out of the corner of my eye and just thud every single time.
I don't know. I think she's gonna blame it on the migraines that I had like days.
You still have migraines, Druid, right now?
No, I have a slight headache.
Oh.
Not a migraine.
Okay.
That's why I'm in a good mood.
Good.
I do not expect to. Well, I was wondering if, when you have the runner make it back to A, if the next courier out taking word back to the city, if you can at least inform Jocko that we are still.
Oh, of course.
Here.
We make regular reports with all the guild masters that have teams assigned to the Dolthian mines. Of course, you don't have to worry about that. He says he also indicates that, by the way, I'm actually going to be heading back soon, so I'll be the one taking this report back to the general. Of course, he will have already seen your other report, I'm sure, by now, and because that runner would have been on horseback. And by the way, your horses are back safe and sound, back in Sector A.
But
Being taken care of, so don't you worry about them. You know, of course, we would have had reason to worry about them if you all hadn't taken out the heads of the humanoids. Like if they had been successful in effectively neutering Sector. Was it D?
Yeah.
Not D. Neuter.
Right.
If you Sector.
Is it?
C,
G.
then
C.
they would basically be able to run roughshod all across into Sector A. It would have been devastating. So, well done.
I would still expect some type of tactic of that nature.
I suspect, or I must say to you all that I feel that you've, so far, at least for one part of your mission, you've done remarkably well based upon the secret tunnels that you found. Yes, Fern?
has anybody reported seeing the Oni?
I was literally asked that same question.
As a
Has
matter of
there
fact,
been
one of our
anybody-
patrols had to run from it in the area between H and G. We had a scout patrol that was heading out that direction, and they were chased. So eventually, from what I know, this was a couple of days ago. Perhaps when you were at K, as far as we know, they may have traveled into H at some point.
We were just there.
Well, this was like probably a day or so ago.
I wonder if they went and said hi to the poop monster.
What?
Are you talking about the Odiug? Yeah, we found
He
the
seemed
Odiug.
really happy.
Oh, you found that? Yeah, our scout team concluded that it wasn't a threat, and its benefit to the cave ecosystem was too great to eliminate. What fun?
I have a question. So, has anybody been able to scout any like really, really big caverns or anything? Does anybody know where there could be one possibly?
Well, there's several on your map. Obviously.
No, I mean like super, super, super big ones.
Well, Sector G is probably the largest cavern next to Sector A. And we don't know what's beyond L.
Oh, because I asked because the cave gave me a dream about being able to get rid of the icky fog.
A dream, you say? And you're sure
Yeah.
this wasn't just a dream?
Oh, no. It's not just a dream. I know for a fact.
Well, did you put that in your report?
When it comes to personal dreams, if they give me permission, I will put it in the report.
Oh, this one's the one that you need to put into the report.
Okay.
It's going to be able to fix the cave.
Well, I'll have... As far as I know, the only ones are the ones that I described to you. So...
Okay.
So Fern, this is another reason why it's good for you to sit with Rylar and describe it so he can draw it out. That way we can add it to the report.
And Rylar says, and you can send your drawing too. More drawings, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
With all this talk of dreams, right? Lorkris, I don't know if it's gonna be subtle. I feel like he thinks he's being sly, but I don't think he actually is. He's gonna kind of like cover his eyes with his hand to see if he can see any green reflection off his hand. Like,
As a matter of
knows
fact, he
his eyes
does.
have been glowing. It's just like,
His eyes are
Yeah.
now becoming a slight, almost a light source.
Oh my gosh, Lorkris.
I mean, they won't
I
ever be
just
glowing
noticed.
enough where they actually would be a light source. But like you said,
But
when you
like-
put your hand up to it, you can definitely see the glow of green coming off of it, and you see that you actually haven't looked in a pool of water or a reflection and all yet. So, but it makes you want to now. And now that
I mean,
I'm gonna obviously
not
the
to-
most perceptive, all the party members see you do this because they're super perceptive.
Yeah, like he thinks he's being sly. He's not trying to get away. Like, dreams.
It's now obvious that his eyes are more glowy than they were before. You guys were
It
kind
is-
of started to kind of take it for granted, but now that he's paying attention to it, you guys now see it too.
With the fact that I can see that, can I just take my mirror out?
Oh, you have a mirror? Sure.
I do, yeah. I have a steel mirror.
Of course, you notice not only is the line around your eyes starting to be almost like an LED kind of green, right? And it giving off some hint of light. But even the iris is the black part of your eye, right? So what's
Iris is the black.
right? What's
no? The pupil is the black part.
Right, the iris, right,
is
right. The
color.
pupil's
and the
so the
silica. I think silica
is the iris the white or is the iris the thing in
iris is the color.
the color? That part is starting to wash out on your eye. The iris, it's starting to fade.
Fade as in like to white, or fade as in like to green?
Well, your whole eye is starting to turn green. So
And the iris is disappearing into that.
yeah.
Holy shit, Lorkris.
I could just see
You should not
Fern
have
going.
brought out your mirror because I just noticed how crazy green your eyes are.
And
Like
Captain
they are
Rigel's like,
so green.
is it more than before?
I mean, when was the last time you saw somebody like this? And like clearly displaying like, my eyes are bloody green, mate. They're glowing.
He says,
My accent changed for it.
well,
Because I'm down under. Ground.
he says, well, I always, since this is the way I met you, is what I assumed it to be.
That is fair.
We have
His
we have
eyes never used to be
tabaxi.
green.
You know, we have quite a few interesting species. I just assumed that you're an unusual species of Goliath. You're also kind of short for a Goliath too. No offense.
Lorkris is just like, you're not wrong. Damn it.
I'm like, Captain, we don't talk about
He's
that.
Oh,
He's really sensitive about it.
He's like-
Same with his eyes.
It's funny, like I'm not sensitive about my, and just like, yes, I'm aware of the oh, there's the door.
she drew it. Wow.
Poorly.
No, it actually is pretty cool.
No, yeah. Well, very Fern.
I love
Yeah,
it.
no, this is new.
They're definitely a lot greener.
Mm.
Maybe we
Well-
should have a cleric with it.
I thought you all, based upon, if I remember your reports, you did. You were checked out at the hospital, yes?
Yeah.
What they tell you?
You keep track of when people go to hospitals and stuff?
She put it in one of her reports.
You read all of her reports? It's a lot of reading.
He's
Well,
like, no, I was told to be thorough with the reports that might matter, and
I don't think I got a answer from the
The hospital.
I didn't get one from the Archmage.
No, but you did have one of the people.
I did, and they gave me that it just looks like a physical transformation,
Yeah, gods do
But-
that sometimes.
but nothing as to what it is. Like, is this going to manifest itself into something, or is it purely cosmetic as a reminder?
he says, well, Steel Dawn.
Anyway, it's not important.
They have on their. I mean, we've seen, Steel Dawn. They have a member of their team that's supposedly part celestial, and they have glowing yellow eyes, like just like straight up, almost like there's little candles in the orbs that are bright. And then I've met some tieflings with orange, kind of almost like burning eyes, and
Mine are all white.
yeah, she's got some funky eyes. I always wondered when we first met you if you were blind, young lady.
No. I can see just perfectly fine.
Well, they match your decor.
Fern. I can see just perfectly fine as you're supposed to be talking to.
and then he says, so I'm not sure what's normal and what you need to worry about. If you worry about it when you get back to Misty City, go see the hospital again. The research department might have someone more knowledgeable about such things.
I feel like it's every time we all have crazy dreams.
Yes. I'm drawing the same conclusion.
You think we just pushed you off of the window? Or the thing?
Yeah, we'll not get it.
He says,
That's-
well, you all
that's-
seem to have
yeah.
some
No.
issues you need to work out amongst yourselves. I'm gonna
Yes,
you
we
know,
do.
if you're gonna take a moment to give me a brief report, I'll wait for it and take it back to the general. And with that, I take it you guys want to actually take another break, full break.
Oh yeah. I'm like, Rylar,
Yeah, prep.
let's have a seat
I think.
and put some spells.
All right. Well, this is
Yeah,
a
I
perfect
think,
place to stop. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that this like 8-hour like long rest before going into H, I feel if everyone else is okay with it at next week, use this like downtime as an opportunity to kind of like formulate how we're gonna deal with the Oni, or like ideas of like how do we do this?
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna lure them out? What those things are, as like our actual prep, because I feel like we're gonna go in and like next week is 100% like let's go, come at me.
Let's go. Come at me, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
I just think we need to have a really cool dance party in H. And then they're gonna be super jealous. And then they're gonna show up and then we're going to just kill them. From a safe distance, because, you know.
oh, so we'll jump back into chat now. Since we're gonna wrap up for the night, Lucy was here, fantastic, and and Patrick came by and asked us to hydrate and stretch.
Hydrate.
I'm so honored, really chilly, that you would join us and your friend Druid. That is so cool. Thank you so much.
I love you so much.
You're
Damn
amazing.
it, Chili.
So I take it that really chilly. She or he obviously knows D&D.
Yes, they
That
are.
works.
They just took an
Are
exam.
super fucking cool.
They're so cool. They just
Wow.
took an exam
Uh-huh.
and they got like 47 out of 50. So congratulations to them.
Wow. High five.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, I don't know if Really Chilly is into any of the other things that we do on stream, but obviously you're welcome to come by anytime and check out the other stuff. Now, I won't be streaming this coming Monday, by the way, guys, just as a heads up, because sadly, unfortunately, it was pretty much the only day during the week that my HOA could have their annual yearly HOA meeting. And so, yeah.
Oh, the joys of an HOA.
Oh, you have no idea. And
we'll
ask
keep
me
that
again
off
after we
stream,
get
off record.
off stream. Okay. And
We'll leave that off stream that side.
yeah, but yeah, you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Aries is HOA, woo, let's go. Yeah, like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But I just want you all to know, oh gosh, the gifted subs, my gosh, you've been crazy. Thank you so much. And the resubs and all the regular subs and all the...
Oh
the
man,
Spud was here. Oh my God, Tater Lord.
100 bits.
Arigato gozaimasu for the bits, for your
Oh, no,
patronage,
I have no
for hanging
bits.
out with us. StormyD loves you guys. Starkitty loves you guys. extirpatefate loves you guys. And Druid IRL loves you guys.
So does
Yeah.
Chonkapillar.
And Chonkapillar
And
loves
Philip.
you the most. And Philip, yes. So thank you again, guys. You all have a wonderful evening. And we will see you next Saturday.
Yeah.
Don't forget, are you going to be up on tomorrow night?
I am gonna plunder my way
All right. So check out extirpatefate.
With the new burb.
with the. Yes.
With the new
I
bird.
need to with the new burb. This burb is not replacing our actual chunk. This burb is going to stand in for our chunk because bird does not make annoying while I stream. Which means, because I have a Burby in Sea of Thieves that looks very similar to our good girl, I need to grab so I can have,
Right on.
Does that burb sit on your shoulder?
So the burb can kind of sit on the shoulder. There's magnets, the tail and the. Unfortunately, they're not super strong, so it will. There was a little plate that came with that would help it stay up, but it was too heavy, so it kept disconnecting. So I think there's enough like space in this ditching that I could probably like a larger metal plate and like rig something up eventually. But
well, be sure to check out Fate's stream tomorrow night, guys. And we
What
appreciate
time?
it.
What time tomorrow, Fate?
Oh yeah.
1:30, 2 o'clock Pacific time. Ish.
Cool. There you go.
Maybe a little earlier, depends.
That's 2:30 Mountain, 3:30
Central.
Central,
Yeah.
4:30.
4:30 East Coast.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you hanging out. And yeah, we'll catch y'all later. Big loves.
Thank you, chat.
Big loves.
Thank you to our mods.
We love you. We love you, mods.